required him to move. Anyway, he called his bank to change the phone number and address that the bank had on file, and he dutifully answered the security questions. You know, your mother's maiden name, your first pet, the street you grew up on, etc. But the woman on the line from the bank told him that wasn't enough, and he would, in fact, have to come to the branch in person to change the info. And he explained, hey, man, based on the new gig that I got, not going to be able to do that. Well, the bank employee apologized, but she explained, look, the rules are the rules. So Robert did try a different tack, and he explained his job and his position. But she didn't believe him. She ended up hanging up on the guy. Well, Robert Prevost, by the way, he's much better known as the Vicar of Christ, a.k.a. Pope Leo XIV.
From the 1970s, have you guys heard of the Vision Diet?
Vision?
The Vision Diet.
If you see food, you eat it?
There's theories.
It's probably more like you just look at it, you don't eat it?
Yeah, right. This theory suggested wearing blue-tinted glasses to make food look unappealing, based on the idea that the color blue suppresses appetite.
Are you kidding me?
The color blue.
So I love French fries, but with these blue glasses on, I suddenly don't want to eat them.
That's why very few fast food places use the color blue, because red and yellow are the ones that kind of
entice hunger.
Yeah.
Correct. So
Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, Carl Jr.'s are almost every fast food restaurant. Red,
Chick-fil-A's
Robin. Yeah.
Taco Bell's really the only one that kind of takes the left-hand turn on that, but it's like it's late night. We know this is like a moth to it.
They still got red and yellow.
They got red and yellow. So that's the thing. They red, yellow, and orange. When they do all these color studies, those are things that they even if you're not hungry, they make your appetite, make you want to eat. So that's why when you look at most of these restaurant logos, it's going to be red, yellow, or orange.
Pizza Hut, Domino's, Taco Del Mar, they all feature.
Happened to me Sunday. Every time Lewis Hamilton went by in the red Ferrari with his yellow helmet, I said, Nick, I think I'm hungry.
Damn it.
I didn't know what he was doing
Need
to
to go back in there.
Right.
So in your lifetime now, as you count up your awards,
Correct.
how many awards or accolades have you gotten in your life? I know starting with high school or before that. Did you win a Little League championship or anything like that?
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade. So you did win the Little League championship. That's a big deal because typically you can play sports all your life and not be the champion.
That is correct.
Anything you do. You could be at your local pickleball place. Good luck winning that championship, right?
So I won one award at graduation at DeMatha. But it was me and three other guys who didn't have maybe the best grades.
All right.
And I forget the name of the award, but it's basically just like, you guys, great for the school and everything. My brother was like, he's like, they just gave you guys that because they like you. Right? It's like they couldn't, your grades weren't good enough. So I have that award.
Did you have the prom?
Oh, yeah, Homecoming King. I won that one. Yeah, senior class president.
Senior class president, homecoming king, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but those I campaigned for.
All right.
Like this one, I had no campaigning involved. Right? So this one,
and Miles was on the ballot.
Was that really? I didn't think so.
It might have just said the bench room. Somebody was I wish you write anything tense.
Why the hell would I be on the ballot? That's awesome. A write-in win. That very rarely happens in politics, in anything.
Yeah, honestly, you could hear it in my voice. I was blown away when the dude called me. Just, thanks to everybody. Like, yeah, just awesome. And then this really nice, fellas.
Ooh, well, ahoy there, and happy birthday. Yeah, went a little heavy on the old tequila last night, did you? Well, the old Capitan's been known to party on Cinco de Mayo himself, but we don't call today May 6th. The old Capitan likes to call it May 60 Nights. Crunchberries.
All right, first of all, Coke Ted's in a great mood. He's been in Miami. He's Miami Ted. He's doing a lot of Coke. Second of all, you ate all that stuff yesterday. You having Mexican food, drinking tequila. You know what? Do a lot of Coke and then crap your brains out. Get it done in one fair shot.
But Charles, can I get a 49th birthday shout out for my wife?
Mash.
Oh, sorry.
We need the mash, Miles. I need the British music. His name's Bacon. The bacon looks a little different over here, but we just stick with the bangers and mash. It works great for a hangover when your hands are busting out your face. Here's you had a little too much of the sick in your body. Have a little bit of beans with you, the bacon, the mash. It is going to be a good time here, mate.
It's like English Boomhauer.
The cotton ball diet.
This modern fad involves the consumption of non-food items to mimic fullness. This
What?
is extremely dangerous. It's extremely dangerous and can cause life-threatening intestinal blockages because you're eating not food.
It's like having pica or pica, P-I-C-A.
Yeah, pica. I think.
Are they suggesting you eat the cotton ball?
I think the cotton ball is just basically the catch-all for the diet, but I think it's just anything. Cotton
Get
balls
cotton
are
wet. What happens? It gets heavier.
It
And so if you
expands
ate
into-
cotton ball, you feel full, and you're just full of cotton.
correct. And I don't know if you can process cotton, so I think it
No.
just sits there. So,
What do your poops look like?
who?
I mean, just saying it's full of cotton.
Peter Rabbit.
Yeah, there's no cotton in cotton candy.
Happy Easter.
It looks like a teddy bear that got run through. Arsenic diet pills.
Jesus.
This is from the late 1800s. Victorian-era weight loss products sometimes contained arsenic. While advertised to speed up metabolism, they frequently cause systemic poisoning.
Yeah, because it's arsenic.
Right.
Jesus. The lead paint chip diet. Like, right.
So do you get the key to the city in Tacoma or anything like that? What do you?
Well, 425 is more the east side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there's a little best of for everybody that won. There's a gala, I believe, coming up
Oh, yeah.
in May.
A gala?
All right.
Yes.
You're going to a gala?
Gala.
Whichever. And you'll call it a gala when you're going. It's a gala when other people go.
I don't know. I'm just a simple award winner. Here to hang out.
Did you get dinner?
Yeah, dinner,
Drinks,
cocktail, the whole thing.
A
man.
real
Outta
award?
here.
Yeah, a real award. I get to schmooze with other,
Important
insiders.
people.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Best of the 425.
Yeah.
Well, like the Kraken won.
They
The
did?
Seattle Mariners won their category. I mean, there was some.
What
heavy-
was the category? Best
sports
professional baseball team in Seattle?
Best fan experience was a Kraken.
Ah, okay.
I think the Seahawks won, obviously, best sports team,
Well, yeah.
or whatever the deal was. But yeah, I mean, the company you're keeping at that awards ceremony is going to be pretty nice.
I hope they send the mascots.
That would actually be pretty cool.
You
Do
can,
you want to meet Julio Rodriguez? What about the moose?
Right.
Ted, congratulations.
Yeah,
Thanks,
man.
man.
Enjoy the cake. The cake says good for you.
I like that.
Ryan Castle.
I did look down. It just says, good for you.
Good for you. Yeah, we put that on Ryan Castle. He was
Ryan
like, hang
Castle
on,
picked
I'm going to
that up.
decorate it.
I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Good for
awesome.
you.
Ooh, well, ahoy there and happy birthday. Let's tell your husband before he nibbles on your crunch berries, if he really wants to be adventurous, he should eat your fudge stripe. Crunch berries.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, Coach, a little confused here. Besides golf, I feel like 49 is always gonna be 48. Other than that, I would say let's stick with the golf theme. You know what? Tee it high, let it fly. At the end of the day, we got to get inside that hole. The cup.
Oh, yeah. Seattle Rock Day is tomorrow. Benefiting our friends at Smash, Seattle musicians access to sustainable healthcare. I just got an email.
All right.
You are currently the highest bidder for the Little Woody's custom burger. So I did a little digging there, and I was like, all right, well, who else is bidding on this thing? Guess who I outbid?
Castle.
Taryn Daly.
Oh, yeah?
Suck it. Got her by $20.
Nice.
Yeah.
That should play into
Maybe they were trying to build a burger too. I don't know.
I'm sure they were if they bid on it, man.
We're
but that should play into your favor tomorrow.
Why do you think
Because
so?
we're on after them. So whatever she bids.
Oh, I know that.
She's got to deal with family and stuff. Like,
Sure.
she might
She got a
forget to
kid, bro.
recheck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hell with a Daily Mix burger, whatever they're coming up with. It's probably got poop on it.
Yeah.
That is the most immature slam I've heard in a while.
Oh, what's going to be poop?
Oh, you poop with cheese? Who's going to buy poop with cheeseburger, huh?
Maybe you should name it that. If you get the highest bid, it's called the Daily Mix Poop Burger. Like, guys, I honored
Good
you
times,
in the
good
name.
times.
And now, the men's room legacy continues. Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. the trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4527. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and my cock. Montgomery! And you are the Men's Room. On tap today, it is Seattle Rock Day, and we will play Big Dummy and also profile this. Plus headlines, a Men's Room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack.
That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. Today is also Seattle Rock Day, our annual celebration where we reflect on Seattle's rather awesome musical legacy. So, we're taking Big Dummy, we're mixing it with Seattle Rock Day, we add a splash of booze, we blend them into the fine smoothie of amazing. That is Seattle Rock Day Big Dummy. Now, here's how it works. You call us, we will spin the category wheel. Oh, look at that. The man wins the favorite radio host according to Floortron, and suddenly
the best in the whole
suddenly he's
city.
the best of the best in all things. Spins the wheel on time. It's unbelievable. It's going to be unending.
Awards. They're like ointment for the shoulder.
That's what I've heard. We will spin the category wheel, and then we'll ask you a question from that category, which is a very Seattle category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right, because as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented Patrick, who got stoned just to be the highest bidder and found a way to answer 11 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Well, of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration.
To be a contestant and play Big Dummy, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Make it a summer of life.
And then a little band by the name of Iron Maiden when Bruce Dickinson replaced
Better.
Paul Di'Anno.
Yeah.
He was giving away his baby. I mean, this thing is going to be destroyed. And within about...
Why did he do it?
Well, because he was going to buy a new car, but he did not want to trade
understand.
that car in because he loved the car so much he wanted to keep it.
Like, my
But I don't
kid's
think-
going to get a Dodge Omni, bro. Like, I'm not giving you anything I like.
I don't think that he realized how quickly I was going to destroy that car. And it had to be within 2 months. Switchback Windy Road in West Virginia. The roads are wet, but he, look, before he gave me that car, he went and got, he did the dad thing. He, all new belts, all new hoses,
Everything.
all new brakes, all new tires. Make sure the thing is road safe, and you're going to be good.
But keep in mind, that's also a setup. What your father's doing in that moment is saying, if anything goes wrong, I know it's your fault.
I've got a hazard bag in my back of my trunk with flares, rectangle triangles, and stuff to tie up on the car in case of whatever the deal is. I've got it all. He has set this thing up. I go around the curve, and all of a sudden, I just start sliding, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I believe it was like a 1986 Buick Regal or whatever. They're like top of the line.
Yeah.
So it's a boat.
Yeah.
The thing that hits me is a boat. I hit this guy head on. Jeff is my buddy, and he is in the seat beside me. Now, Jeff is not wearing a seatbelt.
Of course.
I am wearing a seatbelt. When we hit him head on, Jeff goes flying into the dashboard. I mean, boom, to the point where this car, my stepfather bought the car and had it shipped from Germany.
Damn.
Okay. It was custom made. All right. And he shipped it. That's how much he wanted this car.
And he gave it to you.
As far as the safety features on the car, they were different then. So that windshield popped out.
Right.
So he didn't smash into like a plastic lined windshield. Jeff's out now basically on the hood of the car. All right. And he pops back and just blood starts going everywhere. All over the interior of this car. It was also a cloth interior. So,
naturally.
So even if, it's just blood's just squirting all over the place. But Jeff's fine. Like he finally got the bleeding to stop, and he was okay. He might have broke his nose, but he had a big nose anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But he was fine. He wasn't concussed or anything like that. But the guys we hit, they were a couple, and they jumped out of the car and they ran up because Jeff's on the hood of the car, just bleeding.
That's fair.
Bleeding profusely, out his nose. I don't think they'd ever seen a windshield come out of a car like that before.
Right.
The whole thing was just bizarre because I'm sitting there looking out the windshield and there's nothing there, which is kind of a weird feeling. You're like, you look down, you just got windshield wipers. Like now they're like inside on your dashboard. But thank God everybody was okay. But it was just the fact that the next day they towed the car back home. So they took it first to a yard, and then my stepfather just had to, just tow the thing back, and we'll see what the damage is. We'll figure out what we can do. Because he said, maybe I could sell it for parts, or maybe we get this thing fixed. And the look on my stepfather's face when that car got towed back to our home, and he walked around and just saw the damage that was done.
Yeah.
It was just like, you've never seen anyone more disappointed.
And that's the worst,
in
man.
a human being before. I just felt awful. And there goes my freedom. And there's no way he's going to get me another car.
No.
And I'm working anyway, but it's pretty tough to just be 16 years old, going to school, and afford to have a job that gives you enough money to go out and just randomly buy a car. You're not going to get a car loan. All these.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9. KISW.
All the Charles, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4526. What a large and charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. The exciting return of Who Sucks Less. Steve, I don't know how you do it. Every week you bring us 3 stories from the news of people doing messed up stuff.
I do.
And it's up to us to figure out of the 3 stories, which one sucks the least. Is there a theme to this week's Who Sucks Less?
No, there's no particular theme. It's just people sucking. It's not the worst things people could do, but you still ask yourself, why did this happen? I think Mike put it best today. He goes, this is a good Who Sucks Less. Okay. It's not going to make you angry. It just, why do people do the things they do?
Look who it is. It's Miami Ted.
Oh, yeah.
Miami Ted's back.
Miami Ted.
Now we know Cowboy Ted. What did Miami Ted transform into over the weekend?
Linen shirt? Did you get a linen shirt?
I did.
How hot was it?
Friday was very hot. Saturday was still warm. Cold front moved through on Sunday. Wasn't too bad.
Okay.
What was the best part about Miami and Miami Ted's experience?
The women.
The women are gorgeous.
Yes.
We had a little home base, 305 bar in Brickell. They know us there now.
So you made yourself known.
We did. We met a lot of interesting people. Also at the race, saw a B-2 bomber, stealth bomber. Never seen one in person. The flyover was awesome.
Any celebrities roaming around?
There was a ton of them. My tickets weren't close enough to see them. But I will say, I was telling Mike earlier, I don't know if you saw, there's this famous thing where for Sky Sports, like the English ESPN.
This
Martin Brindle guy, who is a great racer, does the grid walk. So everybody saw Jimmy Fallon bite his microphone, and they were like, was Jimmy Fallon messed up? But on the screens inside, they would just show the DJ playing, and then Jimmy Fallon kept jumping in and dancing. He got escorted away.
Really?
Oh, did he get hammered?
I don't know. I elbowed my buddy and I go, did Jimmy Fallon just get escorted, get out of the shop?
Wow. He must have gotten hammered. I don't know, but he has a reputation for drinking, much like we do. And I would imagine I'm in Florida at an F1 race. I got Jimmy Fallon money. I'm getting smashed.
Yeah.
And because of Jimmy Fallon, he can... Look, if you did that, it'd have been a brutal takedown. We'd watch Ted get tased and hauled away. Jimmy Fallon is just like, can you please leave?
Yeah.
Right, and they were very nice. Just the way he got walked away, I just know enough where I was like, it looked like they literally were like, dude, you're having fun. You need to get out of there.
Good times. Glad you're back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. And shout out to 425 Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Found that out Friday.
Well, Mike made the announcement. We'll get into that later on, maybe with TV Time with Ted.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, for sure. But that sounds like a great weekend. All right, we're going to talk about quitting things on the show today. There's a lot of things you can quit in life. Sometimes you quit them voluntarily. Other times someone else quits them for you.
Other times the doctor says you should really quit this.
Exactly. And there's a lot of times where you get old enough to think to yourself, probably should not be doing this hobby anymore.
Yeah.
Probably should not be doing this habit anymore. Probably should not be in this relationship anymore. Maybe this job is not working out for me. And we start with the TSA. As airport security is quietly bleeding staff as Washington's latest funding fight drags on. More than 1,110 TSA officers have left their jobs since the partial Department of Homeland Security shutdown. That began on February the 14th. A TSA spokesman says that it marked a sharp increase from the 830 departures reported at the start of last week, and matching the 1,000 departures reported during last fall's 43-day federal shutdown. Now, there are roughly 50,000 officers on rolls as of late March. The exits raise questions about the staffing ahead of the June start of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Now, new hires, they need 4 to 6 months of training before they can fully work airport checkpoints. I did not know that.
What do you think the training involves with the TSA? I'm not minimizing it, but generally speaking, when I go to the airport, and I'm sure there's a million things I don't know that they also do, but at least at the point of contact with them,
okay,
it seems pretty cut and dry.
Let's go through the steps. So your first step is you walk up, you hand your ID, and you show your boarding pass. So that person is scanning who you are. Look into this. I need to see your face.
Right. Make sure you're on the itinerary.
So that one system right there probably requires some training as far as look, you can't let one slip by. This is not a situation
and
where...
make sure you take off your sunglasses.
Exactly.
And your hat.
Then you get to the screening process. So you need to know how the x-ray machines work.
Sure.
You need to know how the luggage x-ray machines work. Those scanners work. You also need to know what you are looking for once you determine if something needs to be checked out.
Including breast pumps and Cheerios.
Yeah, whatever it is. And then when you get to the end, you have to know how to do a thorough search of the bag and figure out what you're looking for.
I think that's one of the main things with the x-ray and the bags. You just got to notice what looks different than other stuff.
Yeah, I think that would be the main thing, right?
Yeah, so I'm sure there's just a lot of training like that. I did not realize it was 4 to 6 months of training before you can even work at an airport.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. They have been relying on emergency funding that was authorized from last year's GOP spending package. But Homeland Security says the money could run out in early May, potentially reviving the long lines seen earlier in the shutdown. A union official representing TSA workers tells CNN there's a good chance payments could end after this week. Now, any quick fix looks unlikely. Mike Johnson, the House Speaker, signed a bill on Monday that the House will demand changes to the Senate-passed DHS funding bill, likely prolonging the partial.
Debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All the patrols, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,527. What a large and in charge program we have for you today as we celebrate Seattle Rock Day all day on a rock, man. What a great day to be listening to the radio today, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Some killer tunes. We got some more good ones coming up. The idea behind Seattle Rock Day, not only to celebrate the legacy of the amazing music scene of the Seattle area, but also give back to Smash. They are Seattle musicians' access to sustainable health care. What they do is musicians out there, most of them do not have health insurance. They
Correct.
don't have eye care, dental care, mental health facilities available to them. The money goes to the musicians in the area. So there's two ways that you can help us this afternoon. First is to donate. Just head to KISW.com. Give what you can.
It's that easy.
Any amount of money would do. The more, the merrier. Obviously, we want to hit that goal by the time that we are off the air today at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right? The other is from the auction items that are still available,
Which is the much cooler thing.
including a chance to drink with us, a men's room beer tasting.
What do you think that's worth?
Well, right now it's worth $270.
It's not, but thank you. Thank you for doing that.
We will
man.
make it a good time.
We will make it a good time.
That's absolutely right. We got a few autographed guitars. The Pearl Jam signed guitar. That thing is really taken off.
Yeah, I bet it has, man. Look,
It's signed by every member of Pearl Jam.
every member of Pearl Jam, and Pearl Jam, as far as Seattle bands go, the big four, as they would say, like, they're the most sustained, right?
Yep.
I mean, easily.
And thank you, Mike McCready. He's been our Rock Day ambassador all day, and his 10 o'clock hour was awesome.
And he was excited, man.
Yeah, I know, man. It was very cool to listen to Mike do his show. But
And then Castle fired him at 11. It was stated on the air.
He's going to fire us at 6. So.
Yeah.
It's one of those days. But there are some guitars up there. The Wolfgang Van Halen autographed signed guitar.
I wonder why he picked a guitar. I have to say this because Wolfgang Van Halen can play every instrument.
I want to say the price of that, where the bid is right now, if you just bought that guitar, it would be more money.
Okay,
As far as the value of the guitar.
Of the guitar itself.
If I went to Guitar Center and I'm a musician, and I walk in there and buy that guitar, and it's not signed by Wolfie, that guitar is more than right now as we have as the highest bid.
That's a good point, man.
So get there. If you are a musician, there is a recording session at Studio Litho available. Little Woody's Burger, man, I believe is out of my price range right now.
Where's it at, man?
Oh, well, here's what went down. All right, so, okay, this is where I'm getting screwed. All right, so I put the bid in at $130. Then Castle jumped in right after me and put in a bid for $250. I'm like, dude, see, we could have paired up.
Right, if we work together, you see.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Teamwork here, right?
That's how it should work.
Then Taryn jumped in with a $300 bid over top of Castle.
Well, maybe because you insulted her directly. I understand. You said they'd put poop on the burger.
I said it would be.
You said it'd be a poop burger.
I said it would be a poopy burger, a poop burger.
No, you said it'd be poop. Not a poopy burger like it'd be
poop.
Yeah, it's poop.
Well, whatever.
You said they put poop
Well,
on.
ironically enough, speaking of poop, John's got the high bid right now at $310.
$310.
Yeah, John's coming through on that. So the idea is you can create a burger. Little Woody's is going to put that on the menu for 1 week.
It'll be the special for a week.
For a week. At Little Woody's.
At Little Woody's. You can't lose to this John guy.
Well, Miles and I had an idea yesterday.
Yeah.
We said, look, the three of us go in, okay?
All right.
And we're all debating what would be on our burger because we have different tastes as far as what you'd put on top. And I said, what if we do sliders? But then the thing is, maybe Little Woody's does not do sliders because they don't have the rolls.
So each of us have our own slider.
But my thought was, who cares? Look, same size bun. It's just a teeny tiny slider on the bun.
Steve's got a plain ass, just basic ass bitch burger with nothing on it, no lettuce, no tomatoes.
I got bacon.
No fun.
I got cheese.
I just figured like you open up, it's a sad ass burger.
Oh, no, I got stuff. It's just no vegetation.
Okay.
Just no vegetation. Right?
No, put it this way. If you drop this on the ground, a rabbit would not eat my burger.
Would we agree on like a burger sauce?
Probably not. But that's why we're like, if we did sliders, right? You get the men's room sliders.
I like the burger sauce, just the standard burger sauce.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a Thousand Island dressing without the relish in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good call on that. So those auction. Now here's the deal on the auction. The auction will close today at 5:30.
Okay.
Oh.
So that's you got to get your bids in before 5:30 today. Not only that, please, if you can, if that's a little too high for you, all these items,
blame Taryn.
Just yeah, no kidding. Please donate what you can. If you can give $20, $30, we want to hit that goal by 6 o'clock. There's another guitar on there from Ice Nine Kills that is signed by the band as well. A concert ticket package right now. It's at $210. I don't know if you've gone to concerts lately.
That's a deal.
That's a ticket package.
Yeah.
And it's at $210. That includes tickets to the Black Keys, the Pretty Reckless, Rage Against the Machine, or Rage Against at WAMU. So, I mean, that right there,
that's already a deal.
You're going to win.
Yeah.
So a lot of good items for the auction. And, of course, please donate what you can. We will talk to, there's a dentist named Dr. Nicole O'Brien. Mm-hmm. And we're going to have her on. And she is part of the team working with Smash.
Right.
To take care of musicians and their dental needs. And trust me, man, when it comes to going to the dentist, that ain't cheap. We all know that all these things are expensive. And that kind of coverage is hard to come by.
You know, I just found out my dentist of the last 12 years stopped taking our insurance.
Is that right? Oh.
Yeah, they've been taking it for 12 years. And look, I don't know how these deals work in the background, but our insurance got dropped from the dentist. The thing is, the dentist did not let us know in advance, nor did the insurance company. So the kids go in to get their routine cleaning. Right? We got them on the schedule, and my wife's with them, and I get a text. She's like, yeah, they stopped taking our insurance.
Yeah.
So this is how much it was out of pocket.
Also, possibly.
When my doctor asks me, I just go, what's the worst one? Yeah, that's what I got.
We believe the late Kathy Faulner, a legendary DJ at KISW, she was here during that golden era.
Yeah.
Of Seattle music. And look, there have been many different eras of Seattle music. You can talk about the 90s with Nirvana and Alice in Chains and all that. But before that, man, there's Queensryche, there's Hendrix, there's Heart. There's all these bands that are coming out. Not to mention, Candlebox and all these other bands that have been part of the Seattle scene. Presidents of the United States. The list goes on. Kenny frickin' G. I mean, Kenny Loggins. I mean, when you think about the music. Yeah, when you think about the music that came out of Seattle, it's impressive that we can do an entire day just dedicated to the music that came out of this town. So
I would also say the heyday of Pearl Jam, grunge, whatever you want to call it. Like I saw a video the other day, and it's at I want to say Lollapalooza or something.
All right.
Right. So basically, Soundgarden is on a side stage, and Vedder just pops out, and they do a hunger strike.
All right.
But it's just funny, it cuts out to the footage, and you just see the people, because Ice Cube, I guess, was on the main stage, and people are just they hear it and come sprinting over.
Oh, Cube had to be like, come on,
and
man.
And supposedly the story is when Vedder's done, he just hops off the stage and is like, I'll walk through the crowd, because they don't even realize yet how big they've gotten.
Right. Miles Montgomery moment. Here's me, leading the charge. So Lollapalooza, I can't remember if it was the first one or the second one, not sure. Either way, Pearl Jam is on the bill. Pearl Jam is my band. I want to see them. There's a lot of bands on that bill I wanted to see.
That was a great year.
But Pearl Jam, I was really into 10. I just love that album.
Fantastic album.
Listen to it all the time. So we pack all our stuff. I got my little Weber grill. I got charcoal, man. Got the whole deal. At this point in time, shockingly enough, in the early 90s, you were allowed to grill and have fun in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy? You could drink, you could grill, you could hang out.
You brought your own.
Where was it at? Food. It was at Star Lake Amphitheater outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
All right. Nice.
All right? So I set up the Weber grill, fire up the coals. Going to take a little time for the coals to get. No way in hell is Pearl Jam the first band to go out on stage, right? No way. We got plenty of time. We got hot dogs, hamburgers, opening the chips, man. We're starting to pound beers, do some beer bongs. All of a sudden you hear, we're in the parking lot, and I hear, and I'm like, you mother.
They opened the show.
They opened with a live. And I dumped. That's soul crushing. I dumped the Weber grill. I was like, we'll grill lighter.
Yeah.
But the thing was back then you could come in and out of the venue. Now the second one you couldn't, but that one you could. So
That's
we're
awesome.
Yeah. So we're like, look, but we didn't want to leave the grill. So we put it in the back of my buddy's truck, but it was still smoldering.
I was going to say, did you pour some water on the coals?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
We made it to about the third or fourth song. But I missed most of the set that I wanted to see.
Of course.
I was absolutely crushed. By that point in time, I was like, God damn it, they went first, man.
Yeah, I would not. If you had to predict, where is Pearl Jam on any bill, I would just assume last.
Right.
And certainly not first.
And the second most weird experience with Pearl Jam for me was they used to do these shows probably 94, 95 in Washington, D.C. And it was Voters for Choice concerts.
Yeah.
And they were playing at DAR Constitution Hall. I believe L7 opened up a couple of years. But anyway, so DAR Constitution Hall, guys, the carpet is the United States of America flag. When you walk into this building, you're walking into something that's like the Smithsonian. Now, I'm a dirtbag kid. I'm wearing flannel. I am ready to rock. You walk in there, you go to the bar, which is in the main areas, and there's little stands. And when you get a beer, they give you like a glass flute, like you ordered a German Pilsner.
This is Washington, D.C.
Right?
It is called Constitution Hall, and they treat it like that.
And Pearl Jam's playing.
Right.
And I'm like, this is insane. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like walking into the Kennedy Theater.
Yeah.
It's and you're there to see Pearl
I
Jam.
lived there till I was, 21 years old. I've only been in Constitution Hall once. It is breathtaking.
I just didn't want to spill my beer. It was like people were drinking mixed drinks. Everyone who was in charge of this, they're wearing suits.
Oh, yeah.
And Pearl Jam's playing. You know what I mean? I'm just like, this is absolutely bizarre. So we'll celebrate the music of Seattle. And again, thanks, Mike McCready, for being our Rock Day ambassador. All right,
Did we get him like a little ambassador hat? What do you call those? Like the guys that red.
We'll get him a burger. We'll get him a Burger King crown.
Something.
You know.
I feel like if you're the ambassador, you should have a sash or something.
He gets diplomatic immunity for the day.
That's right.
That's what I mean. So you can drink and pass out here. No one can say a word.
Right.
So when we play Big Dummy,
other rock stars have done it.
They have done it, yes.
You know how the game is played. Team sober, team not sober. Biggest stomach, Patrick plus 11. We do a poll. Last time we were doing Big Dummy, we did a beer taste test. It was blind, and we basically asked you what beer before we got to the results did you think was going to be the one that we liked the most. So coming in at fourth place, 14% Bud Light. Mick Ultra came in third place at 19%. Miller Lite was second with 29%. You guys thought that we would like Coors Light. That was 36% of the vote. But Mick Ultra was the one that was the one, believe it or not, based on points. Okay, so this week's poll in honor of Seattle Rock Day is a little bit different. Okay, we're going to stay at home here in Washington.
Yeah.
And we're going to name your kid. We're going to name your child. You get to pick your kid's name, obviously. It's a very big decision in any parent's life. But your child will be named from one of 4 Washington towns.
Yeah, I mean, like, show your pride of the Pacific Northwest. That's our thought.
Correct.
You have a child, we said, what are the best possible names we could have?
So your first choice on naming your child here on Seattle Rock Day in Washington State, you could name your child Hump Tulips.
Oh, yeah, Hump Tulips Hill.
Population 180. That was the name of a band of the Chehalis tribe who lived in the area. The name comes from a local Native American language meaning hard to pole.
Yeah.
Referring to the difficulty they had poling their canoes along the Hump Tulips River, you see.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Famous for world-class salmon and steelhead fishing. It's in a rainforest. Frequently appears on lists of the world's most unusual place names in the world. In 2017, Hump Tulips was voted best weird Washington place name in a poll. And the one site there is the Hump Tulips grocery store.
Of course.
It serves, even though they have only 180 people, 500,000 people drive through the area every year going on 101, and they stop at this grocery store to get their stuff. Okay, so child name number 1, Hump Tulips. So Hump Tulips Smith. Okay. The next area, next town, that would be Chuckanut.
Yeah.
Mountains Bay, all that indigenous word meaning long beach far from a narrow entrance. It is derived from the Nooksack language. The name applies to the mountains, the local sandstone foundations, the scenic Chuckanut Drive. It's where the Cascade Mountains basically come down and meet the sea.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool area. During the 1920s, this winding coastal road was famously used by rum runners transporting alcohol from Canada. That road is really known as Liquor Runners Road.
Huh, okay, I like
which
that.
Which is pretty cool. One of their big landmarks, by the way, Teddy Bear Cove.
Oh, yeah.
And Oysters. That's where Taylor Shellfish Farms are. They're on Sandwich Bay. So you can name
Chuckanut Drive is awesome.
So Hump Tulips first. Chuckanut is your second name of your kid.
And if you have twins, pick both.
Third on the list of names you can name your kid. Chimacum. Chimacum Valley remains and maintains as a progressive agricultural area with many small locally owned farmsteads. This place throws down, all right? Popular spots include Anderson Lake State Park for seasonal swimming and hiking, but they have the Jefferson County Farm Tour in September and the Olympic Peninsula Apple and Cider Festival in October.
I'm hooked.
So you know, man, I mean...
You won't find me there.
Late nights... Early mornings.
Yeah. I could get down with a cider festival.
Nothing wrong with that. Finally, the fourth Washington town that you can name your child, that's going to be good old Squim.
Yeah.
Population 8,024. The median age in Squim is, believe it or not, 64 years old. The median. The middle age.
Damn.
64. So you know...
Is it a retirement community?
I don't know, but they're rocking like the Villages, I bet. Mervyn Manufacturing, they do snowboards. They have a 60,000-foot factory in Sequim. One of these towns you've been to, by the way, Steve. They throw down, too.
I don't know which one it is, sadly.
Yeah, the Irrigation Festival in early May.
Oh, that sounds hot.
Oh, my God, that's huge. The Lavender Festival. They got a Sunshine Festival. Here's the deal about Sequim, all right? They sit in the rain shadow. So, believe it or not, as much as we get dumped on, all right, Sequim gets 16 inches of rain annually. That's why they can do the lavender. Roughly the same as Los Angeles, where if you go 10 miles outside of there, they'll get 100 inches of rain.
That's insane.
I know.
Sequim gets 16 inches of rain. And what is the most popular attraction in Sequim?
I have absolutely no idea.
The Olympic Game Farm, a drive-through wildlife park featuring over 200 mammals, including bears once used in Walt Disney nature documentaries. All of the animals of the game farm, including bears, bison, elk, peacocks, lions, llamas, deer, Tibetan yaks, elks, domestic horses, even zebras, will delight you and the kids on this 1-hour drive.
So I have, in fact, been to Sequim.
Yeah.
You know what? Think about, and not just the Olympic Game Farm itself, but the little area that it was in was not so bad.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is a very easy
I would
one
not
today.
name my kid that.
On our men's room poll, you're going to name your kid one of what? Humtulips, Chuckanut, Chimicum, or Sequim.
Somebody
Vote now.
here, by the way, says someone named Chuck and Nut would likely just be called Chuck. I would call them
No.
Canut. like, sorry, bro.
You're not getting off.
I'm calling you Canut.
You're not getting off easy.
Vote now if you follow us on X at Men's Room Live.
You can't really blame them.
Well, no. And somebody here said, look, they do get paid. They get, and it's like, no, that's understood. The problem is, so like one of the shutdowns lasted only 4 days. You can get through that. One of them lasted 123 days. So you will eventually get your money, but in those 3 or 4 months that the shutdown's going on, anyone you owe money to does not care.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the issue. It's like, look, you want your pay to be consistent. Because I would ask you, someone hires you for a job and they say, look, this is what we're going to pay you a year. No matter what, you will make this money in a year. We just can't guarantee exactly when our payday is, right? Yeah. And most of us, anyway, you kind of live and die by your payday. I'm not going to do this yet. We get paid Friday. Let's wait a month because we're going to get this on this paycheck. It'd be different if it's like, look, we can pay in March. Can't get back to it until August. Like, you will get all of your money.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you arrange it for car payments, your mortgage payment, your rent,
Plus,
whatever it is.
If you're not getting paid, you know what? You can't tell me anything. I'm sorry. Whatever. I'll listen to my boss, but you can't tell me if I'm 5 minutes late that it's a big deal. You just can't. It's not. Man, when I was in college, I had a part-time job at a radio station, but I was getting a broadcasting degree, and the university had a daily produced half-hour news show about the goings-on at the university. Now,
that's exciting stuff.
I know, and ironically enough, it was not available on the cable access or any of those things.
All right,
that was not available. So basically, if you were in certain areas of the university, they had television screens up all the time, and it was part of the daily programming. Like if you were in the general commons area or whatever, they always had it on. Now, my job was I was a producer, I was a director, I was a cameraman, and I was a reporter. So I did all those things, but it's all voluntary.
Right.
It wasn't required to get your degree. It was like, look, if you want to jump in and do this job, you know, you volunteer your time and you can do it. Again, I'm also still working part-time at a radio station. So we get tickets at the radio station for Guns N' Roses and Metallica and
Faith No More.
And Faith No More.
That was a great tour, man.
The Use Your Illusion tour.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the lineup of Guns N' Roses. I think Gilby Clarke.
I think he was there at that point.
Was in. I think Matt Sorum was in at that point in time. Either way, this is at Three River Stadium. I got free tickets to the radio station. I am going to this concert.
Without a doubt.
There's no doubt about it. So I walked up and told the guy who was Chuck Scatterday, who was in charge.
Scatterday?
That was his last name.
Not Saturday, but Scatterday.
And he worked at ESPN for 15, 20 years. But Chuck is Chuck is Chuck. So I said, hey, man, I can't work camera for you on Friday. I'm going to be out of town. And he's like, well, that's unacceptable. I'm going to have to fire you. And I'm like, Chuck, I'm out of town. This is a volunteer job.
Right.
You know, look, I will be back to work on Monday. Not a big deal, but I'm off on Friday. What are you doing on Friday? I'm going to Pittsburgh to see Guns N' Roses, Metallica, and Faith No More. That's exactly what I'm doing. I got tickets through my other job.
Yeah.
I'm going up there with some listeners, so I am like on the clock with them, and that's what I'm doing. And he's like, well, you're fired then. I'm like, Chuck, you can't fire me. You don't pay me.
Right.
And he's like, no, you're fired. Get out of here right now. I'm like, you can't. I work for, I pay to go to school here. These are part of the facilities that I am allowed to use.
Yeah.
You can't kick me out of the goddamn degree I'm in just because I'm not going to work on a Friday. And he was one of those dudes that thought really, really highly of himself.
Clearly.
And he was one of those guys that then from that point on, I was just no longer on the schedule. Which, to be honest, was not the worst thing that ever happened to me because I had a little bit more free time. And I started working at a real TV station that paid me.
Imagine that.
On the weekends. But I could not believe he had the audacity to tell me I wasn't getting paid. Like, back to the TSA. You can't tell me crap if I'm not getting paid.
Right.
It's one day off. I've never missed a day, you D.
But also it's a volunteer thing.
It still pissed me off. It's just like, of all the nerve. You know what I mean? Like, you're basically an instructor. Instructors don't fire paid students.
Yeah, you don't. You can fail them.
Correct. And since it wasn't a class, you can't even fail. You can't fail me, but you definitely can't fire my ass. So I went to the dean of the journalism school, and I was like, hey, man, I got to tell you what went down. And so the following week, I was back on the schedule.
Yeah, what do you know?
So the dean stepped in, and so then at that point in time, Chuck was not happy because I did talk to the teacher, but then I would talk to the principal.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I skipped a step. I did tell him, no, I'm still on the schedule. And he's, nah. So I went to the dean, and the dean came and found me in class and said, you're back on the schedule, dude. And I was like, thank you, brother. But then when I got back on the schedule, I got like the crappiest jobs.
Oh, of course.
Within the department.
Yeah.
Like I was like the second day back, he put me on makeup. All right? He put me on makeup.
Did you have to put makeup on him?
I had to put makeup on the two anchors.
Okay.
One woman, one dude. Which I knew how to put makeup on myself.
Sure.
It's just really weird to put makeup on someone your own age who is a peer and try to make them look. It'd be different if we were going out to a Halloween party.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dressed like a KISS member,
this is a professional. But like the girl was like, Wendy, she was like, I'm going to put my own eyeliner, stuff like that on. She's like, just powder me up and make sure I don't get that. You get this hot light camera glow.
You get the reflection
from sweating because it's hotter under there than you think it is. It's like the first 2 days I came back, I was on makeup.
Why don't they put it on themselves? I understand if you're an actor or actress, but I would think as an anchor, right? If you're working in TV,
because I think they wanted to teach you that part of it.
Okay, all right, fair enough. That makes sense.
So you can either do it with yourself or practice on someone else.
Sure.
I would think, right, when you get to a certain level, I'm sure some of them know how to do it.
Yeah.
When you're working in Clarksburg, West Virginia, on a television station, they don't have a makeup guy.
Of course
or a girl.
not.
It's you or nothing.
Uh-huh.
So, but man, God, I still hate that guy because of that. Fired me because I wanted to go to a free.
Well, I couldn't fire you.
Free concert. And man, I'll tell you what, that was a great show.
Yeah. Yes.
They were doing this thing where they were alternating who would open up the show. And the reason that they were doing that was because Metallica is very prompt and they are very professional when it comes, not that they didn't drink and have a good time.
Sure.
When it comes to taking the stage, Metallica takes the stage on time. And what was happening was there were times where
Guns N' Roses,
they were supposed to go on after Guns N' Roses, but Guns N' Roses, because they were playing kind of in the mid-afternoon, was coming on like an hour and a half, 2 hours late.
They were always kind of famous for that.
So that would push Metallica's time back. Like, I mean, you watch Faith No More and it seemed like, you could watch a movie in between, the next set with Metallica being out there. So that night in particular, Metallica played first.
Okay.
So that part started on time. Guns N' Roses took a little bit longer to get back out.
Yeah, of course.
But in the middle of Metallica, man, the skies just opened up and it just started dumping. And it was in the summertime, so we didn't really care that much. It was a spring or fall, whatever it was. But we basically sat out there. They played during a thunderstorm.
Which for Metallica seems kind of cool.
So they already had all the lightning graphics and all that crap.
Yeah.
So it was absolutely perfect. And when they were done, the skies parted, man, and watched the rest of the show. One of the best shows I've seen, considering the lineup and how long each band played. Because Metallica played for a couple hours, Guns N' Roses played for a couple hours. So it was well worth not having that job. But I still can't believe you could fire someone who you're not paying.
But talking about Metallica, as far as things go, just like when did you know it was time to leave? We had Jason Newsted in studio, 15, 18 years ago, whatever it was. And then they kind of partied with us later. But, like, bro, you were in Metallica as the bass player. Like, did they fire you? And he goes, no. Like, why would you walk away from Metallica? Because at that time, that's probably the most cushy gig you could have. And he said, look, at that time, Metallica was 100% about Metallica. And he did a side project called like Echo Brain or Echo Head, something like that. Anyway, he goes, but Lars and James freaked the F out because their position was, hey, man, when you're in Metallica, it's just Metallica. No side projects, nothing. And he said, that's when I knew it was time to go.
Well,
and I was like,
they've held true to that.
They have held true, but he was straight up like, look, man, it wasn't even like we were having a real conflict. That was just their position, and it's not a position they're ever going to waver on. So he just said, for me, I put in my time, and I just thought, you know what, man? I just want to do other things. And he said, in that moment, I knew it was time for me to go. And all I could think is, I wish you had told me I'd audition. I never would have made the band, but it would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, to read some of the stuff, too. It seemed like they never really, or it took them a long time to accept him.
It did.
And it's like, it wasn't his fault.
It wasn't. It was like when Randy Rhoads died playing for Ozzy. Whoever was next was just going to get it handed to him. And Jakey Lee was a guitar player that filled in for Randy Rhoads after he died. Got a fantastic guitar player.
Yeah.
Now people respect the guy. But for Bark at the Moon, I think, was his first album. People like hate him. I'm like, you can't hate the guy. He's good. And Jason Newsted, because the difference was the way they lost Cliff Burton. Cliff Burton died. They witnessed him dying, and it was crushing to them, but they're on this upward trajectory. So even the record label, they're like, tough guys, you're making too much money. You guys are going to be huge. You got to carry on. And I don't know that they necessarily, I think they wanted a break, kind of. You watch your best friend get crushed by a bus, and your boss is like, yeah, we need to go back on the road. So when Newsted joins the band, it's in the worst possible time. You're taking over, and again, not just their bass player, but their dear friend, their brother. And you step in, and the guy, it's not that they didn't like you, they just kind of resented that you weren't Cliff Burton. But Jason Newsted, he handled that well up until the side project thing, and he goes, that's when it's time to go. Because he even said, I could deal with it.
This is the mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Seattle Rock Day, benefiting Smash. Here are some of the things that Smash does. During the commercial break, we're talking about the fact that just what an amazing music scene that Seattle has.
Right.
As far as the number of local bands, the venues, the people that support local music. In my neighborhood alone, in Fremont, there are 2 different venues that have live music 7 nights a week.
Yeah.
To give you an idea of what a great music scene is. So when you donate to Smash at KISW.com, here's where some of the money's going, all right? A block of mental health sessions for local musicians. Dental work through the dental partners. We'll be talking to one of the dentists coming up. Earplugs. 2 dental exams and cleanings for $50.
That's huge.
For our partner dentists. Hearing screenings also covered on that.
Very
$20.
important.
Yep. Earplug protection. All those things and a whole lot more are what Smash does. So the most money that we can get today, that'll be... the goal is $30,000.
Yeah.
All right? We've got a ways to go. So please go and bid on one of the auction items, or please just give us some cash at KISW.com. All right, time to play a little Seattle Rock Day Big Dummy. First contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, guys.
Hola.
Mike, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Sober, Mike. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. Name your kid one of these Washington towns. Will it be Hump Tulips, Chuckanut, Chimacum, or Squim?
Chimacum.
Going Chimacum. Now you're going to call him Chim. You're going to call him Macum.
Jimmy.
Chimmy. I like Chimmy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy C.
The only problem is everywhere that kid goes, like, I'm sorry, did you say Jimmy? No, Chimmy. Chimmy.
Chimmy.
With a CH.
Chimmy C.
It's short for chimicum.
Chimmy.
All right.
Chimay May. What's up, Chimay May? All right, here's your question. Today is Seattle Rock Day. So our first question is, what Seattle artist was the first artist played on KISW when it flipped to the rock format in 1971?
I'm going to say Jimi Hendrix.
Ooh, that's got to be. Is that not? That's got to be.
Nailed.
All right. One and done.
I mean, think about it. It's 1971, right? So that limits most of the bands we think of as Seattle bands, but Hendrix obviously was on top of the world at the time. So, yeah, and he guesses on the first song they played. So Jimi Hendrix was the first artist played on KISW when it flipped to rock.
Foxy Lady,
All Along Watchtown?
No.
Crosstown?
No. Come on, man.
Purple Haze.
Purple Haze.
That is the one.
The only other band you could play before that, maybe the Sonics.
You could have, but I think when you're flipping to the new format, you got to let people know you got to play Jimmy. All right, before we let you go, we got a 50-50 question for you. All right?
Okay.
All right, let's see here. All right, true or false? Queensryche was originally named the Mob.
I'm going to go false.
Believe it or not, it's true. So they originally they called themselves the Mob. They were about to record their first EP under that name, and that's when they found out there's already a band called the Mob. You didn't want to deal with that legal
Quick meeting.
stuff. By the way, and they called themselves the Mob because they were inspired by Mob Rules from Black Sabbath.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was like, all right, that's cool.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
You ever think an old Italian gangster was like, hey, can't use that name?
We already got a copyright. Trademarks and stuff.
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores. Matt, are you sober or not sober?
Sober today.
All right, Matt. Away we go. Men's room poll. Name your kid one. Hump tulips, chuckanut, chimicum, or squim.
Let's go with hump tulips.
Hump tulips.
Hump Tula. That's up, Humpy.
Humpy.
Would you go with Humpy? Tulips?
tulips.
Lips?
I go lips.
I would just go Lips.
Lips.
Yeah.
Lips Montgomery.
Who names their child Lips? I didn't name him Lips. I named him Hump Tulips. We simply call him Lips. All right. Matt, here's your question. It is Seattle Rock Day. Let's hang out in Seattle for a minute. This Seattle musician got his start in 1972 at the age of 17, playing alongside Ray Parker Jr. and Barry White's Love Unlimited Orchestra. Yeah, baby. Who is that Seattle area musician? Barry needs a kidney.
Let's go with Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Sir Mix-a-Lot. Yep. That'd be Kenny Gorlick, a.k.a. Kenny G.
Wow.
Which
17.
makes sense.
17.
Playing with Barry White.
That's a big deal.
I know. Like, we always poke fun of the dude, then you hear that, and I'm like, that's kind of badass, dude. That is pretty badass. All right. Your question. In 1987, Seattle became the first U.S. city to have its police officers patrol the streets using what mode of transportation?
What year?
What's that?
What year?
1987.
Oh, okay.
87.
I was surprised by this, actually.
I mean, motorcycles.
Not a bad guess. I'm going to say bicycles.
Bicycles.
So we've had horses. They're gone. Before that, then you had bicycles. Then you had Segways.
They did. Okay, so we never got an answer to this question. Right? So years ago, the Seattle cops in downtown, at least, they're riding around on Segways.
Okay. All the parking cops were for sure.
Yeah.
And we always wondered, based on where we used to work, because we had Bourne Avenue there, which was a big hill, we said, all right, if I knock the cop off of the Segway and I hop on the Segway, can they run fast enough to catch it? Because I don't know what the top speed of a Segway was, right? Because the flip side was, if I commit a crime and they're chasing me on a Segway, can I outrun them? So subsequently, if I knock them off and stole their Segway, could they run me down? And we did ask a cop that question once, and his response was, don't do that.
Oh, you didn't know the cop. You just asked him?
He called in.
Oh, okay.
And he honest to God just said, look, I don't think he knew the answer, but he said, man, don't do that. And I said, okay, good enough.
I know those bicycle cops can.
Oh, they can catch your ass in a heartbeat.
Right.
Up a hill, it
when they're
doesn't matter.
going uphill, it's like, I don't know how they're doing that, going that fast.
I don't know why you'd want to do that. Seattle's the last city I want to be a bike cop.
waterfront or someplace. I'm running up Bourne.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm running up Dravis.
I mean, you got to think about that. Like, man, if you're going to commit a crime and you're a bike cop, Be at the waterfront and run uphill.
I've seen their calves. I still think they're going to chase you down.
Yeah. All right. Your question. Most people know this, but Seattle was named after Chief Seattle, leader of the Duwamish and Suquamish peoples. Which place is not a native name? Oklahoma, Idaho, Biloxi, or Chesapeake? So Oklahoma.
Go with Idaho.
Idaho.
You got it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a made-up name.
So,
what's it mean? Do I want to know?
It doesn't mean anything. But the guy that wanted to establish Idaho had to lobby Congress for whatever the land was, blah, blah, blah. They go back and forth. Bureaucracy's bureaucracy. And he said he wanted to name it Idaho. Congress said no. So he got the word back to them that it was a native term that meant something cool. You know, land of the badass. He completely made it up. When Congress saw that, they're like, you know what? That's pretty cool. Go ahead with Idaho. It doesn't mean a goddamn thing.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
It is wild how some of the names, right? Like, I'm pretty sure White Center got named White Center because one guy's last name. It's not. But the one guy's last name was White, and him and his buddy were having an argument, and they flipped a coin. And he was like, all right, we get to call it White Center.
What would have been the other one? What would have been the other option?
I forget that part.
Jimmy World.
Yeah. It's either Jimmy World or White Center, man. Then they flip a coin for, I believe it was Portland, Oregon.
Correct.
For which one was going to be the capital.
And they were going to call that, another guy wanted to call it Boston. So it was going to be a double of whatever was already on the East Coast.
Right, something from New England, right, flip the coin. Hello, Brock. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Brock, you sober or not sober?
I am sober. I'm not slinging boxes, but I'm getting ready to head down to Vegas for vacation.
Oh, good for you, man. All right, Brock.
Hey, real quick. I got, back in '88, I got pulled over by a bicycle in my car down at Golden Gardens.
Wait, you were in your car, the cop was on the bike, and he pulled your ass over?
Does he have a siren?
Yeah, he totally did. I went over one of the speed bumps and chirped my tires, and he pulled up next to me and says, hey, you need to pull over. And he gave me a ticket for noise ordinance.
Only you.
I kind of like the idea the cop has to be, whoop, whoop.
All right, Brock, you got to name your kid after one of these Washington locations. Are you taking Hum Tulips, Chuckanut, Chimicum, or Squim?
Well, Chuckanut's right up the street from my house, and it's a great drive, so I'm going Chuckanut.
Chuckanut.
All right.
Okay.
Here's my kid, Canut.
That's a liquor road up there.
Mm-hmm.
Put your foot on the base. Chuckanut.
And
All right.
because of the whole thing today, my brother back in the day he played guitar back in the 80s, and he actually used to do the Looney Tunes for KISW back in the day.
Oh, wow. That's very cool.
Bam, okay. Yeah. All right, here is your question. And as a hint, it is not the Green River Killer. But in 1972, which active but yet to be identified serial killer was appointed to Seattle's Crime Prevention Advisory Committee?
Was that in University of Washington? Jesus, he drove a bug?
I think he did.
Yes, and that would be Ted Bundy.
What was that?
Ted Bundy?
Got it. One and done, Brock. Nice job.
Ted Bundy went to the UW?
Yeah, and he was part of Seattle's Crime Prevention Advisory Committee. I'm just saying, that's Ted Bundy.
I didn't know that one.
And he was active at the time. All right, before we let you go, we have a true or false question for you. True or false? Former Seattle DJ Pat O'Day, he was the first person to play the Beatles in the United States. True or false?
The famous hydro race announcer, he surely did, because he was totally into the music scene.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, that makes sense for Pat O'Day.
He was on KJR at the time.
1964.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Sí or no, bitch or lie?
Hola.
Josh, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Sober, Josh. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. What are you going to name your kid? Hum Tulips, Chuckanut, Chimicum, or Squim?
Well, I'm not going to name him Kelly. I'm going to name him, let's go with Squim.
Squim.
Going with Squim. All right. Give me a Squimmy. All right. Here's your question. What Seattle rock band has the most top 40 hits? Ooh, what Seattle rock band has the most top 40 hits? They had 2 number 1s, 1 number 2, and then a few that broke top 10.
Nirvana.
I'll say Heart.
Heart. Yep. Their two number one songs
back to the 80s.
Were Alone in These Dreams. They were on the same album, right? Yep. So like Barracuda hit 11, Magic Man hit number 9, but they did pretty well for themselves, but they easily have the most top 40 hits of any Seattle band. All right, let's talk a little KISW. Now, KISW as a station, not as a rock station, but as a station, first broadcast in what year? 1950, 55, 60, or 65?
65.
I'll say 60.
1950.
50.
And it's weird. Could you say, what genre of music were they playing?
They were playing classical, weren't they?
I assume, because what it says is, and like 3 different places said, they played, quote, fine music.
That's classical.
Yeah, fine.
Oh.
They played fine music.
Yeah, it could be insulting. Like, how's the music?
Fine.
It's fine.
Or it can be fine music.
Or like, that is fine.
Ooh, fine.
Yeah. We play the fine.
Play the finest music.
That is fine.
All right, your question. What position did Sue Bird play for the WNBA's Seattle Storm?
Oh, man. Guard.
Got it.
Is she a shooting guard or point guard?
Point guard.
I was going to say, I thought she was point
But I
guard.
was like, close enough, close enough.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
I wouldn't have given that leverage on the sports question.
I know you wouldn't have. Hello, Brendan. Welcome to the men's room.
Very merry liquor and horse to you, gentlemen.
Hola. Brendan, are you sober or not sober?
Stone cold. I'm on my way to work.
All right, Brendan. Let's see here. Do us a favor when you get to work. Head to KISW.com and donate for our Smash and Seattle Rock Day.
If you can, please do, man.
Yeah. Okay, what are you going to name your kid? Hum Tulips, Chuckanut, Chimicum, or Squim?
Dude, I got to go with Chuck and Nut. Stock Forward Boy is going to be called for short.
Okay.
Chuckanut.
Chuckanut. All right, here is your question. In 1960, the National League team started in MLB as the Seattle Pilots. And so they relocated to what Midwestern city a season later?
Oh, man. I'm not very knowledgeable with baseball, so...
I'll tell you this, Brendan. In my mind, this is the coolest name that any sports team has given a franchise.
Oh, man, I have no clue. No, Kansas City. I don't know.
Brewers.
Milwaukee Brewers.
Brewers.
I mean, when you're named after a beer brewery.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool.
There, Brendan. It is Seattle Rock Day here on KISW. So my question is, who is the current host of KISW's Loud and Local? Heard on these airwaves, Sunday nights, 8 to 10 p.m.
I only listen to the station, actually. I'm on my way to work. I don't listen on the weekends. I have no clue. I know of the Migs, and I know of you guys. I don't know what actually goes on the weekends.
Okay. None of it is us, but it's a man by the name of Wyatt Olney.
Yep.
One of your local musicians that could probably benefit from Smash, to be dead honest with you.
He probably just used it on hair product.
Wow.
You know what? I'm looking at the list. They don't cover that.
They don't cover
He
hair
might
product?
have no use for him.
Sorry, Wyatt.
I don't need that.
Great dude, by the way.
He is, man. That's the guy I won't. Wow, now. My favorite quote from him one time. He just, back at the old office, he just pointed at a desk and said, man, a lot of blank happened there. I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, your question. The classic rom-com Sleepless in Seattle does not end in Seattle, but where?
New York.
Got him. Nice job.
I don't know if I ever saw that movie.
Sleeping in Seattle?
Yeah, I mean, you say, and Ted, I know you like rom-coms. Oddly enough, my son loves rom-coms. I'm just not down, man.
There is a weird connection with us in that movie, too.
What?
She, like, they end up meeting in New York. Tom Hanks lives in Seattle. She lives in Baltimore.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that. Huh.
I'll be damned. Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Dummy!
She had a much shorter trip than him.
Well,
I'll drive the 180 miles up to New York. You fly 3,000 miles.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'll take the Amtrak.
Right. Hello, Jesse. Welcome to the men's room.
Good afternoon, guys.
Hola. Jesse, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Sober, Jesse. Welcome to Big Dummy, the Seattle Rock Day edition. Okay, what are you naming your kid? Hum Tulips, Chuckanut, Chimicum, or Squim?
I live
near Chuckanut, so I'm going to go with Chuckanut.
Chuckanut it is.
All right. You calling him Chuck? You calling him Canut?
Or Nut?
I think Chucky.
How about Chucky Nut?
Chucky Nut.
There you go.
All right, here's your question. Let's talk food. With 5 locations in Seattle, this local drive-in hamburger chain was founded in 1952 by Phil Jensen.
Let's see. Is it Dick's?
Now, the clue would be drive-in Burger Master.
Burger Master. Okay. That's a good place.
It is. You guys ever had that crab melt?
No, but I want one.
Yes.
I really want one.
Man.
Is it?
It is delicious.
I got to go get one.
All right, your question. This Seattle musician is a member of Pearl Jam, Temple of the Dog, Mad Season, and Walking Papers.
Chris Cornell?
Matt Cameron?
Mike McCready.
Mike McCready.
Oh.
Yes. It was
Our Rock Day ambassador,
our
Dad.
ambassador.
The guy who, geez, a whiz.
the guy that was fired by Ryan Castle at 11 a.m. this morning. Poor guy put an hour work. Castle's like, you're out of here. All right, your question.
I'll go apologize at the embassy.
The Space Needle was built for the World's Fair in what year?
Oh, my gosh, you guys. I don't know. 45.
Wow.
62?
62. Look at the big brains in you guys.
Yeah. Right, because Kennedy came out here, right?
Did he?
I think so.
This will be the future.
Space.
We will have tall, skinny buildings with disc on top. All right, your
The
question.
restaurant spins.
Spinning
I really
restaurants.
can. I can't stop thinking about that crab melt sandwich.
They'll have crab melt sandwiches.
At a place called Burger Master.
It's on toasted grilled bread in it.
All right, your question.
yeah, it's good.
This Seattle actor starred as Bruce Wayne from 1966 to 1968.
The only name that comes to mind is Adam West.
You got it.
That's the only name you need.
That's it. More of Seattle Rock Day on the way. Please, if you can, over the break, head to KISW.com. Donate whatever you can, as we're trying to raise as much money as we can for SMASH, Seattle musicians' access to sustainable health care. And more of contestants coming up on Big Dummy next.
Hi.
It wasn't going to work. I'm just glad to be there. But the fact that you can't do a side project, time to move on. And he's done so well. Think of all the things we know from Jason Newsted now. Exactly.
Well, he has a band just called Newstead, doesn't he?
He definitely did. I don't know if he still does. Can you name a song? No. Have we ever played anything from him?
Well, I played the early Metallica. So
right. But from Newstead.
No.
Yeah.
Our question. Wolfgang, was it? I'm almost positive before he went out on his own, he was in Newstead's band.
Really?
I might be confusing him with Tremonti.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Our question, job, relationship, hobby, or habits. What brought it to an end? 206-803-ROCK.
So you remember when like the what was it, the 3 foot long deal came out?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that same exact time, the steak, Philly cheesesteak, came out.
Okay.
So if you got 2 Philly cheesesteaks it came to the exact same price as a $3 footlong. So when or the $10 footlong, whatever it was. So when the first time I offered somebody, it's like, you got 2 steaks. It's the same exact price if you get another footlong for free. And they're like, we just want the 2 steaks. And I was like, it's free. Like, it's the same exact price. I ring you up, and it's the same exact price. And they're like, no, we don't want it. I was like, take it home and feed it to your dog. We don't have it. We don't have a dog. And I was like, well, okay. As soon as that happened, I realized, and everybody was buying steaks. So I would just tally it up and ring it up as 3 footlongs and tally it up. And the extra footlong, I would always ring up as a club. So it would have turkey, ham, and roast beef. So you got all the 3. So then when my friends would come in, like, hey, you know, what's on the menu? I'm like, well, you know, what do you want? You want turkey, ham, or roast beef? And but I got really good at it to the point where it's like, oh crap, you know, I'm bringing home like 10 foot long subs, you know, a day. My dad and feeding all my friends. Well, the owner sold the company and sold it to what I call a see you next Tuesday. Not a very nice woman. And the old owner came in and handed us a box. And you guys remember the Subway stamps?
Oh yeah,
yeah, sure,
yeah. So she brought in a box and handed it to me and my coworker, and she's like, "You got to give this to the new owner." And we're like, yeah, okay. She leaves. We open the box, and it's 2 rolls of Subway stamps. And it's like 2,000 foot long Subways a piece. And I'm like, here's one for you, and here's one for me. And we would take and just rip off strips at parties and tear them off and hand them out to people. And it was like, make sure you don't spend all of them at the. Oh, I don't want to say which Subway it was.
Well, did you get caught? Did you get caught doing this?
Nope.
All right. So why did you quit?
Yeah, I mean, so far so good. Other than having a crappy boss.
Oh well, it's $7.27 an hour, and I was getting ready to join the union, and I told her what benefits and my pay that was going to be for joining the operators union.
Oh, yeah.
And if she could match it.
Yeah, Subway's not going to compete with a local. No. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So it's like, she's like, nope. So I put, that was after my 2 weeks notice. So I know I was pretty well. And this was 20 years ago. I think we're good now.
Yeah, I would think you're probably good now.
No, if I'm able to rob the place blind, I'm not quitting.
No, not if you're getting that kind of.
Not until they're escorting me out of the facility.
That was the perk.
That's one weird thing about jobs. You either leave on your own terms and you leave in a good way, in a good space, which happens occasionally in your life.
Sure.
Or it's just an absolute cluster F. So, like when we left Baltimore, the situation at the time was they basically said if we did not sign the contracts that they put in front of us, that we would no longer be employed at the radio station.
Right.
And we did not agree with the contract. They said there's no adjusting the contract, blah, 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 blah.
Turns out there was, but yeah, at the time.
But that's the kind of hard line they gave us. So then we got a phone call from Hair Club, and he was interested in the show. So we said, okay, we came out here for a weekend, did what we did, got the interview, shockingly got the job, as drunk as we were.
Could not believe that.
After a weekend in Seattle. But when we went back, we did the right thing. We went up to the boss and we said, hey, we're going to take another job and we're going to put in our 2 weeks and we're not going to sign the contract because we don't agree with the contract.
Yeah.
And that's basically, as professional as you could be. Now, at that point in time, the big boss said, you know what? I don't even want you in the building anymore.
Get out now.
Get out now.
Now.
Right now.
I mean, we gave 2 weeks. No, because it is the right thing
we came
to
back
do.
on a Monday and we said, hey, man, we'll work out the 2 weeks, but we're going to take a different offer because this just the terms, the money, the whole deal just, didn't.
It was crap.
Didn't sit right. And they lost their goddamn mind. And
it was not the reaction I expected.
Yeah.
No. Maybe be disappointed or something like that or try to convince you to stay back. But I mean, they chased us out of the building that day. And then what's crazy is, so They chased us out of the building, and again, we're like, we're not like quitting, storming out.
We're not mad.
We're giving 2 weeks notice because that's the part.
Also, we had a great opportunity out here, and we were looking forward to it. So it didn't matter about that job anymore.
Right? They chased us out of there. Okay, it is what it is. It's fine. Little tight on cash, but we know we got a gig coming up, so you figure out a way to make ends meet. So then I get a call from the boss, who, by the way, chased us out of the frickin' building. And he said, hey, I got a conference call. I don't know, say the guy's name, but he was a big wig at CBS in New York.
I think he was in L.A.
Was he L.A.? Yeah. Either way, I want you to talk to him. And so I was like, okay. So they put me on with this dude, and he's now encouraging us to try to stay. And I said, hey, man, look, the middleman that connected me to you, I know he did not give you the full story, but I want to be very clear. We gave 2 weeks' notice. He chased us out of the frickin' building. So at this point, without question, we know we don't want to work for him because that was a word. So there's no chance we're coming back because he kind of played his cards there. And like I knew he was an a-hole, but that was a bit much. Right. All right. So the other thing that happened, all right, so the boss that chased us out, now he needs favors. Because one of the things was, he said, well, he called me at my home and said, hey, well, what am I supposed to put on the air for the next couple of weeks? So you could have had us on the air for a couple of weeks.
And it was just talk.
You chased us out. Right, there was no music on that stage. And I said, but you chased us out of the building. Get the F out. All the stuff.
Right,
So
he basically said you got 5 minutes to get out.
Yeah, so I'm like, you put yourself in that situation. Now, here's a little thing where maybe we were guilty of something, a little sabotage. He said, hey, so I just said, look, we're not coming back, man. You chased us out of the building. So we're honoring your request. We're gone. Dude, figure it out. I don't know. I honestly don't know what to tell you. But he was going to, he said, what we're going to do is while we figure out how to replace you, we're going to play the best ofs. And we had all these best ofs on CD. But we still had a friend there. So we may have made a phone call to this friend and said, listen, find that box of CDs that has our best ofs. Meet us in the alley behind the building.
We were going to do a drive-by.
And give them to us. And this is exactly what happened. Basically, Miles and I pull up, man, this guy hands us the CDs.
We just roll down the window, boom, in the car, we drive away.
We're gone. So now the CDs are sitting in my apartment in Baltimore. So about 2 days later, the boss calls again.
They were going to do it the next day. This is a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we do this on Monday after they have kicked us out of the office. We then go back later and do the drive-by because we're getting these things. After we've been kicked out of and talked to like this, all this crap, no, you're going to have to figure out what to put on the air tomorrow because we did it the right way.
So now he calls me.
So Scam Pony throws these things in our car, all right? He goes back in. He's outside smoking a cigarette. We drive away. Now, Tuesday comes around. They got nothing.
They got nothing.
There's nothing. Okay. And then on a side note, here's another thing that happened. So we determined, like, look, we have a ton of friends that we work with in this building. A lot of people we respect. A lot of people we like. Great coworkers, all that, from the reception area on down. And we said, we're going to throw a party at a local bar that is literally 2 blocks away from the radio station. And
one thing to remember, before the party happened, the boss called me and said, we can't find the best of. So I said, man, I don't know what to tell you. We don't work there anymore. I don't know. And he even says, I know you have them.
No.
I said, I'm pretty sure I don't.
But he also fired our producer not too long before that, like a month. And I'm like, well, maybe our old producer Eric has them.
Yeah, talk to him.
Because we haven't taken a vacation since Eric.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
One of my favorite auction items, the custom burger at Little Woody's.
Where are we at?
$410.
Oh,
whoa! Yes. $410.
Yeah.
Who is this?
This is anonymous. That's why I'm a little suspicious.
Oh, that's even worse.
Might be the Daily Mix morning show. You never know who's coming in on this one. Could be Ryan Castle coming in as anonymous.
That doesn't want to get bad-mouthed.
But either way, that Little Woody's Burger, one of the many great auction items that are available at KISW.com to benefit Smash today as we celebrate Seattle Rock Day. More so than anything, guys, we need your money. If you could please donate whatever you got, $5, $10, for $20, that helps cover a hearing screening for Seattle local musicians. Also, dental care is on here, mental health care. All of it. Man. All of this stuff is included, and they do an amazing job. So let's try to hit that goal. The goal is $30,000. I think we can get there by the end of the show.
It can be done.
And I know you were talking about earlier, I missed it, you're talking about the lose, it's a grind for these guys.
Yeah.
And even some of the older guys, their bands, were big, but they didn't make a ton.
They're not Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
They're not Nirvana.
Well, we don't know that Mike McCready has all of this. He might need it. I mean, look, I didn't really get to talk to him today. And like I said, Castle fired him. But the truth is, and if you're in a band, you know this, right? So you're not the lead singer, but the equipment costs $8 million, right? All of your money goes to that. Just putting gas in your freaking van to go wherever you're going to go to play the show. And then also, Ted, you made this point earlier, presuming that you have a job somewhere, when you're in a band, just between practices and having gigs, just the time you have to take off or try to, drop to your knees and pray that your boss will be kind enough. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is, when you do play these gigs, most of the places don't pay well. That's not a slight against the clubs, but they're not making a ton of money either. Yeah. The bands kind of get a pit.
But healthcare,
it's an expensive hobby.
Healthcare is expensive no matter what field you are in.
Right.
Yeah. But, musicians are at a disadvantage just based on the hours.
We don't have to buy our own microphones to come in here. We don't have to buy our own transmitters to make them. All that's paid for.
Please give whatever you can now at KISW.com. All right, it's a Seattle Rock Day inspired Big Dummy Steve, who is our next contestant, ready to play the big game.
Hello, Harrison. Welcome to the men's room.
Big Dummy! Hola, Mitchell.
Harrison, are you sober or not sober?
Oh. Not sober, senor.
Oh, good for you.
Well, you already got one right.
All right. All right, Harrison. Our men's room poll. You're going to name your kid after one of these Washington locations. Are you taking Hum Tulips, Chuckanut, Chimacum, or Squim?
Chuckanut.
Chuckanut. Chuckanut's doing well.
Chuckanut's doing better than I thought it would. I think as everyone say, well, I just call him Chuck, but that's not their name.
You're going to call him Nut.
Yeah, I'm calling him Canut. Well,
we used to work with a lovely lady named Peanut. I used to call her Nut all the time.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good call.
So it's not like it doesn't seem like an odd name to me.
But the difference is her actual name was not Peanut. Mm-hmm. Her parents did not actually name her Peanut, so you don't feel bad kind of shortening that.
Well, people might think you're just a big fan of the hockey team.
Mm-hmm.
Canucks? Yeah, the Canucks.
Yep. We used to work with another Nut later on.
Oh, Wingnut?
Oh, yeah.
But again, I don't believe his parents named him Wingnut. But after you made him, maybe they did.
They might have.
They may have actually named their child Wingnut. All right. Harrison, here is your question.
Miles, good point. I forgot we worked with two different nuts.
Sometimes you don't.
Your question?
In a sack?
Not together. Sadly, they work two different stations.
Two different people.
Very different people. All right, your question. What Seattle band was originally named the Army? Which is rather ironic. That would be a hint for you, Miles. We were talking about this the other day. You brought up a member of this band, and they used to be called the Army.
Queen.
Give me another
Seattle band?
It's a Seattle band. We were sitting at the desk, Miles, and one of these band members is about to be honored with something I'm not entirely sure, but it's a big deal. And this band called the Army, basically he dated the two sisters. The band was Heart.
Oh, Heart.
Oh. Just keep in
Heart
mind,
was Army.
The guy that we're talking about, the guitar player, he dodged the draft. So it just seemed odd. That, right.
Yeah.
Right? So,
listen to this, Dan. I can't remember what the order was.
Think about that.
But it's Roger Fisher, right?
All right.
So I think he was dating Ann at one point in time.
He was dating, the singer first.
They met in Canada or some crap, right? And then
because he was dodging, so he's in Canada.
And they come back, and he joins the band. And then starts dating Nancy. It's one of the other. It's either Nancy first or Ann.
Oh, yeah.
Ann and then Nancy. But I'm pretty sure he dated them both.
And then was going to call it the Army?
A guy that dodged the draft. They were going to call the band the Army.
He's a wild individual.
For sure.
Good times.
All right, Harrison. Question number 2 for you. Let's talk about Miles's favorite people that outbid him on Little Woodies. And what year did the Daily Mix Morning Show debut on KISW?
07?
2024. January 3rd, 2020.
You're close.
You're probably thinking of BJ, but in that case, the BJ Shea Morning Experience debuted officially in 2006. Oddly enough, on January 3rd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was 18 years to the day.
I'll be damned.
All right, your question. Pike Place Market originally opened to offer a solution to the high demand and soaring prices of what vegetable? And this vegetable is connected to Washington, at least one specific place.
A vegetable, not a fruit, correct?
Correct. Yeah, otherwise it'd be apples, but this is the vegetable.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go for. Oh, I got it. Shout out, Corey. Walla Walla onions, eh?
Is it?
You got it.
Just the one type of onion.
Believe it or not. Yeah. So Pike Place Market opened to offer a solution to the high demand and soaring prices of Walla Walla onions. That's how it started. That's why it started.
Pizza at Pagliacci. Game is a Big Dummy 206-803 round.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Corey. Welcome to the men's room.
Montgomery!
Hola.
Corey, sober or not sober?
Team not sober.
All right, Corey, let's knock it out of the park. And then when you're done, man, go to KISW.com, throw a couple bucks at Smash for us, will you?
Sounds good.
All right, our men's room poll. What are you going to name your kid? Hum Tulips, Chug-a-Nut, Chimicum, or Squim?
Hump Tulips and Humpy for short.
Humpy.
All right.
Humpy. All right, here's your question. It's multiple choice. In 1932, a musician and inventor by the name of Paul Tutmark from right here in Seattle invented what musical instrument? Was it the recorder, the sousaphone, the theremin, or the electric bass? So recorder, sousaphone, theremin, or electric bass?
No idea. How about electric bass?
How about one and done?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I know.
Nice
Think
job.
about that. All right, before we let you go, let me ask you a true or false question. Let's see, true or false question. All right. The first ever Men's Room Red Festival was held on June 29th of 2015. True or false?
Ooh, that's my birthday. Let's go with true.
Well, happy birthday.
1 day off.
No, it was 2013. That was our first year.
Yeah.
2013. It took me more research to figure that out than it should have. I'm like, I was there.
Game is big. Well, in body, not in mind. Game is Big Dummy 206-803 round.
There's a couple hot ones.
Was that the super hot one? I think the first one may have been
that one that Aaron Jones played was hot.
I missed the one with Aaron. I can't remember if that was the first one, as I was in Chicago for like my mom's 70th or something.
I think that was the first one, because we didn't know who Aaron was. The council goes, hey, man, there's this guy, Aaron Jones in the way. He wants to play. We said, all right, cool. No idea who this dude was. And then a brother walks up on stage. I'm like, that's different. And then he killed it. Absolutely killed it. Hello, Jason. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, fellas. How y'all doing?
Hola. Doing well, man.
Jason, you sober or not sober?
Oh, I'm sober. I'm just listening to y'all all day long at work and at home, and I just actually called up to say thank y'all for what y'all do. I look forward to Rock Day all year long, and they put me on the air, so I'm here to play.
Good times.
Are you in a band?
No, I had one band in my whole life, and funny enough, I'll give them a shout out if it's okay.
Sure.
I don't know. We don't. Yeah, so we were called Tricky Dick and the White House Love Machines.
Smooth.
I wish you were still around, man.
Jason, what are you going to name your kid?
I'm telling you.
Hum Tulips, Chug-a-Nut, Chimicum, or Squim?
Chuck-a-nut.
Chug-a-Nut it is.
He didn't even give it a thought. All right. All right, my man. Here is your question.
Right.
Although Seattle is a city with many nicknames, Emerald City, blah, 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 the official municipal flag refers to Seattle as the city of what?
I don't know, man.
That's what's funny. This is the official nickname, and pretty much nobody knows.
Yeah. The city of the great ones.
The city of the great... No, it's the city of Tricky Dick and the White House Love Machine. But they...
I love it. I love it.
Believe it or not, Seattle, the city of goodwill.
We do have a lot of goodwill.
Man, we do. You know, my wife and I, we try to be decent people, man. We try to take our stuff to Goodwill. I don't care how early we get there. There's already a freaking line. It's a guarantee.
I know that's right. Well, Seattle has goodwill, so y'all call up and donate. Donate.
Thank you, man. All right, your question. The NBA's Supersonics played their last home game in Seattle in what year?
Oh, let's see. 1996.
Wow, man.
2009?
2008.
Oh, I was, all right.
You guessed 7, then you went 9. Ted just dancing around him.
I was there.
By the way, right now, Smash has 142 musicians that are waiting for important healthcare services.
Wow.
So that's why we're doing this. Please donate what you can now at KISW.com.
All right, your question. Aaron Burkhardt was the original drummer for what Seattle band? By the time they got big, he was not in the band anymore, but he was the original drummer for what Seattle band?
Not Alice in Chains?
Is it Nirvana?
It is Nirvana. And I want to say they had two other drummers after him before Dave Grohl. And he's the drummer that was on Bleach.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Your question. Seattle Rock Day celebrates Seattle Rock and raises money for Smash. But Smash is an acronym for what? Man, Miles has said it like 47 times.
Oh, man, this is what you get when you're the class clown in school.
Exactly.
Oh, shoot. Smash. Dude, I don't even know if I know how to spell Smash.
Class clown, everyone.
I don't know. I'm not even going to wing it.
Seattle musicians' access to sustainable health care. That is what we're doing today, but that is what SMASH is the acronym for. By the way, what did you do in the band? Were you the singer, the drummer? What? I'm going to guess drummer if you're the class clown.
Oh, no, brother. Rhythm guitarist. That's about as far as I got. I'd love to play, but I'm a bad musician.
How is the class clown the rhythm guitar player? I feel like drummer, maybe lead vocalist, maybe lead guitar player, probably not bass, but really, rhythm guitar? All right, man.
And rhythm guitar, man, and it's funny. I go upstairs every night and I have like little concerts by myself up there. It's kind of fun.
Oh, I do the same thing in the basement. Yeah.
My poor neighbors just hear somebody killing a ukulele for 10 minutes.
What's going on there?
Look, man, I gotta be honest with you. Even when you play the ukulele well, I'm like,
He keeps getting food from the Kona kitchen.
To say in Jason's defense, he literally was calling in to give a compliment. Like, I love Seattle Rock Day. I was like, hang on, man, you can play the game.
Yeah, why not? And here you are, man. Okay.
Man, I started at the bottom and we made it to the top. All the way from FM 100, baby, to 99.9.
Very nice. All right, here's your question. I-90 is the longest interstate highway in these here United States. It goes from Seattle here in the west and ends in what East Coast city?
New York.
Philly.
A little bit farther
Boston.
north. Boston. Boston.
Boston. I've got a pocket in the dooryard. I'm telling you. Damn.
Question number 6, Jason.
Question number 6. What's the name of the fictional hospital at the center of the show Grey's Anatomy?
Man, I've never watched Grey's Anatomy, man. I was gone for all those years.
Oh, it's still on.
Is it? Man. I don't know, man. General Hospital, I guess. I'll go with that.
Ted, I can tell you got nothing. Miles,
Harborview.
I have no idea. Is it something general?
Seattle Grace.
Seattle Grace.
Which, frankly, if you look at that show, hospitals look very nice. When you go to your average hospital, they're utilitarian at best, right? All right. Apartment 1901 and the Elliott Bay Towers, Seattle, is the fictional address of what TV character?
Ooh, Frasier.
Okay. There we go.
Oh, dude,
nice job.
I didn't even ever watch the show.
Hey, there you go.
It worked.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Dummy!
Hello, Aaron. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Aaron, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Sober. Aaron, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, our men's room poll. You're going to name your kid after one of these Washington locations. Are you taking Humtulips, Chuckanut, Chimacum, or Squim?
Chuckanut.
Chuckanut?
Chuckanut is killing it today,
Really
man.
is.
Yeah.
I like Chimacum.
What would you call him? Chim. Or just go with the last syllable.
Yeah.
Chim sounds bad.
Well, it's a monkey.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the name from Speed Racer's monkey?
Yeah.
Chim. All right.
Speed.
And how did you never know this kid's going to be in your trunk when everywhere you went, when you open your trunk, there's a kid and a monkey. And he was surprised every time. I'm like, bro, maybe it's a pattern. I'm just saying. Did they have parents?
Yes. Pops.
Was he like the lead mechanic or something like that?
The guy with the red shirt.
Okay. Pops, how do you not know your kid is in the trunk of a car with a monkey? That's bad parenting. All right, your question. In August of 2012, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, they hosted a 2-day fair at the company's headquarters, focused on showcasing, quote unquote, the next generation prototypes of what object found in nearly every U.S. home. Was it a refrigerator, a vacuum cleaner, a light bulb, or a toilet?
Toilet.
Damn.
Oh.
Right. When you think Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and Microsoft, you're probably not thinking toilet, but yes, they had a 2-day fair, the next generation prototype of a toilet. And I can't tell you a thing about the toilet.
Game is
was
Big
that
Dummy.
one and done or no?
No.
Oh, it was not. All right. Well.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Dummy!
Hello, Beezus. Welcome to the men's room.
Sorry, it's me.
Beezus, are you there?
Hola, bichola.
Hola. Beezus, sober or not sober?
Sober, my friend.
Okay. All right, Beezus, what are you naming your kid? Hum Tulips, Chuckanut, Chimicum, or Squim?
I got to go with the hump tulips. It's the closest to me, so.
All right.
I don't think that's really a good reason, but okay. All right, here's your question. Which Seattle band was almost named Ted, Ed, Fred? It was almost named Skid Row, but for obvious reasons it couldn't be. And it was almost named Fecal Matter, a.k.a. Brown Towel. That is one name. So once again, almost called Ted, Ed, Fred, almost called Skid Row, almost called Fecal Matter, a.k.a. Brown Towel.
Oh, my goodness.
It's one of the big four.
Nirvana?
Damn.
Oh,
really?
Wow.
Well,
there's
if you
one.
think about that.
Baby.
There you go, Beezus.
All right. Hold on. Before we let you go, let's see. True or false question for you. All right. True or false, the KISW house band, the New Originals, the first song they ever played was Hair of the Dog by Nazareth.
Oh, man. I love you guys. Please, I hope I'm right. True.
Boom.
Yes.
Nice work.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, a cowbell.
Donate now on Seattle Rock Day, KISW.com, and more of Big Dummy coming up next.
KISW is celebrating Seattle music and supporting the people who make it with Smash. Mike McCready from Pearl Jam here, your Seattle Rock Day ambassador. The mission at Smash is to keep our local musicians healthy so they can keep making the music we love. Check out auction items like autographed guitars, a summer concert ticket package, and more. Donate to Smash right now at KISW.com.
That was never our job. The reason they put a best of is because we weren't there, so we did not know where those CDs were. We did not know any. So this is our explanation.
And I was lying to him, and he kept saying,
Yeah.
I know you have them. I said, man, I don't have them. You need to get your stuff in order because, hey, it's not up to me to run your station. You chased us out. Yeah. Good luck on the best of.
So we got word out. We said, look, we're going to show up at this bar, the CVP, at Charles Village Pub in Towson. We're going to have a farewell party. We just want to say goodbye to everybody and drink a beer one last time and do this thing. So word of mouth gets around. If it started at 5, 6 o'clock, sometime in the afternoon. We get down to this bar, and a lot of our coworkers are already inside drinking. So there's a pretty good number of people in there that work for the company. Now, when we get there, our program director and our general manager are out front of the bar. They want to get into a fight.
A fist.
These are adults. These guys are 20 years older than we are. We're 30 at the time. They're in their 50s. Yeah. They've determined that they want to get into a fist fight. All right, outside the bar, which had windows.
Yeah, everyone's looking outside.
And you could see the sidewalk. And all of these two, their employees are in the bar, and they're watching their bosses trying to get into a fist fight with two people that put the 2 weeks in. I think, Ted, were you in the bar?
No, Ted was out with us, but you were on probation.
Well, I had walked by them, but they were so rude the day we put in our 2 weeks, right? He had said something to me like, are you telling people you're leaving? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, stop doing that and get out of the building now. And I remember I just looked at it and said, I'm not even full time, so I just quit.
Ted did one of these.
Right.
Right.
Because it did not register in my brain when we saw him outside the bar that it was real. So you guys were still out there. At that point, I had walked in, and then I got word what was going on and tried to come back out.
Right.
But I remember at one point,
but you couldn't get in a fight because
But that was on probation.
I wasn't on probation. I was on bail.
Right. But I remember you made the statement because these guys are threatening to fight us, and we're like, dude, you are insane. Like, this is escalating. All he said is,
can we just go in and get a beer?
But
Like,
Ted said, hey, man, I'm on bail. I'm going inside. Because I think, Ted, you look like you were ready to swing.
Yeah.
And
I don't care. It was like 23.
Yeah, so what?
They just didn't seem like they had fought in a while.
I don't think either of them have ever done that.
Both of them are wearing basically trench coats.
Oh, yeah.
You know, some like, and they're wearing,
Business suits.
and they're wearing suits underneath it, you know, with Johnson and Murphy shoes on with no, I mean, like, just like, this is how you're going to fight. You're the big boss. Like, you're the program director of 3 or 4 radio stations.
5.
You're standing outside of a bar where people are just trying to say goodbye, and you want to get a fist. This is what I'm talking about when things end.
Yeah.
Sometimes job, you just walk away and everybody's happy and it's your own accord.
Not them.
Sometimes you got 2 idiots outside who want to get in a fist fight with you because people want to celebrate, you know, you get a new job.
And we had listeners there, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All we said was, hey, we're giving our notice.
Next thing you know, we're going to scrap in front of a bar. Job, relationship, hobby, or habit. What brought it to an end? 206-803-ROCK. So it's 10:30 in the morning or 11 o'clock in the morning. You know, I'm just waking up to on my door. Now, my girlfriend is at the door. She has like 2 or 3 presents, like a Mylar balloon,
right,
something else. I can't remember what.
Yeah,
she might have had
celebrating the birthday.
She might have had like a mini cake for later, like a little tiny one for the 2 of us, whatever the deal is. She knocks on the door. I open the door. All right. Now I'm out of the bed. I open the door, and there are 2 chicks basically face down in my bed, completely passed out. And
But they're in their clothes, right?
The one must have taken off her shirt in the middle of the night because she got hot or something. So she was just in her bra. She might have been in her bra when I got up there.
Right.
I don't remember. I don't know. I just know that I had nothing to do with the situation. Again, I dated this girl for like 4 years, whatever the deal is. I open the door. She bursts out into tears, slaps me across the face, throws the gifts at me, and would never talk to me again.
That was it.
That was it. That was the end of it.
And you tried explaining
I
this, right?
explained this thing in the stairway, walking outside. I tried to stop her from driving away like, hey, I am being honest with you.
Right.
Like, nothing happened. These are my neighbors. Well, if they're your neighbors, why didn't they just go to bed in their own bed? That is a great question.
Because they're hammered.
I don't know why they crashed in my bed, but they did. But I still went and passed out and went to sleep. Like, when I woke up, I was in the clothes that I passed out in. I was like, she's like, oh, sure you were. It took you 5 minutes to get to the door. I'm sure you got dressed. And I was like, I just didn't wake up. I didn't realize what was going on.
Right.
I thought it was a dream, whatever the deal was. So basically, you know, I got dumped after 5 years just based on the fact.
your birthday.
On my birthday.
But how was the party?
The party the night before was great for me.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But I'm just like, you got to be kidding. All this. Like, I knew her parents. I knew her brothers.
Oh, they hate you now.
I knew her family members. Her uncle and I were good friends. She knew my parents. She knew my brother, my sister.
Oh, yeah.
The whole deal. And it all came to a crashing halt on my birthday morning because 2 chicks passed out in my bed.
And you did nothing.
I did nothing. Honest to God, I did nothing. Job, relationship, hobby, or habit, what brought it to an end? 206-803-ROCK.
It wasn't innovative. It looks cool, but the movie itself, I'm like, eh.
Job, relationship, hobby, or habit, what brought it to an end? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Megan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi there.
Hola.
Hola. Do I just tell you what my deal was? Okay, so I had a friend. We were really good friends. Then she started dating my brother. Well, she actually owned an adult family home that I began working for, which I truly loved. It was the best job I ever had. She didn't actually work there, but her mom helped me run it. She was the one who told me how things went. And so I worked there for about a year, maybe a year and a half. And, you know, she's engaged to my brother. They're about to get married. And my nephew from Texas comes up, and he's young. He's actually 6 months older than my oldest daughter. So he was barely 20 at the time. And I was in my 40s. She's in her late 30s. My brother's, you know, like same age as her, either way. So I come to work one day, and she's got my nephew working there, and I was like, well, that's kind of weird. And she had some questions about some gifts that I had bought for my brother and for my nephew at the time. And I then found out that she was dating my nephew, and I lost my job because, I didn't want to have to fight her over it.
Well, what would have been the big deal?
Right. They would have kept me. They would have, she would have had to go away. But my brother was like, no, it's not worth it. Just go.
Okay.
Just get out of there. You don't need to be a part of it. So, yeah.
So I assume she and your brother did not marry.
They did not.
Okay.
They did have a child, though. So,
well, anyone can do that.
Exactly. I did.
Good time.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Coming up, the return of Who Sucks Less on the way at 4:30, and we've got your emails to the men's room at KISW.com up next.
KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Smash does an incredible job of connecting Seattle area musicians to free or low-cost dental, mental health, hearing protection, other health services.
Yes.
That's what today is all about. Check out the auction items now at KISW.com. Also, we'll take any donation you can give. $5, $10,
yeah,
$20. That gets a band member having a hearing screening covered. $20. We'll do that. Earplugs are included. The idea of dental work, a block of mental health sessions for local musicians, all that and a whole lot more. Thanks to the people at Smash. Donate now at KISW.com. All right, the game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Gary. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, my brother.
Gary, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober, of course.
All right, Gary. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll.
The yellow can.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, boy.
Gary, you're going to name your kid one of these Washington locations. Are you taking Hum Tulips, Chuckanut, Chimicum, or Squim?
Chuckanut, please.
Chuckanut. Okay.
There's a lot of Chuckanuts running around today.
Which is funny because over on X, Squim is crushing it.
Really?
Yeah, people want a little Squim.
Would you go Squim or Chuckanut? They said you got to pick one of the two.
I was
because they're not real gender specific either.
They're not.
I actually thought about Squim, but yeah, Chuckanut sounds better. You can do more with it.
The only thing I know for sure is nobody's going Hump Tulips.
Yeah, that one not doing so well.
Yeah, that and Chimicum.
All right, Gary, here's your question. Airing on Nickelodeon from 2007 to 2012, what sitcom starred Miranda Cosgrove as a Seattle teenager who creates her own web show with her best friends, Sam and Freddie?
I didn't know she was in Seattle.
I did not know that until
I had no clue to this. Let me see. I don't know. Sally Crottenroch.
Oh, God. Now, Sally Rottencrotch was on HBO. This show would be iCarly. iCarly.
Okay.
Let's go back to the world of music here in Seattle. A man by the name of Roger Leroy Wenzel. He gained fame in Seattle as artist, a musician who plays what unusual instrument?
Oh, no.
Soundgarden made him huge.
Say it again. Who made him huge?
Soundgarden.
Think about it.
He plays.
All right, multiple choice question for you.
Oh, I know.
Jesus.
Oh, goodness.
Is that woman okay?
Gary, you got a party going on?
Oh, that's my granddaughter. She's in her little headset world thing.
Okay. Yeah. I live that life too.
Monsters are talking to her. I don't know what's going on with her. Teresa, be quiet.
All right. In 1907, Seattle became the first city in the United States to open what? A convenience store, gas station, shopping mall, or food truck?
Food truck.
Shopping mall?
Gas station.
Oh.
A gas station.
And it was probably $5.50 a gallon then.
Yeah, probably was.
God damn, man.
That's 5.5 cents, right?
That means the rest of the country was 3 cents. All right, your question. Multiple choice. Seattle has 50% more of this than children. Is it bikes, boats, cats, or dogs?
I'm going to say dogs.
Cats.
Hey, those feline critters got me.
Question 5.
Yeah. Well, you don't see as many cats on the street because they're usually indoors.
Because they're indoors, but oh yeah. All right, what company began life in Seattle in 1907 as the American Messenger Company, but changed to its current name when it expanded to Oakland?
I think I know this one. Oops, I mean UPS.
Got it.
Yes,
Good job, Gary. Very good.
Right.
Very good.
Yeah, they expanded to Oakland a couple years later and turned it to United Parcel Service.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Jeff. Welcome to the men's room.
Ted, his girl, and his award-winning Johnson!
Girl in your Johnson.
Oh, yeah, Jeff.
Jeff, are you sober or not sober?
How you gentlemen doing today?
We're doing great, man. You playing for Team Sober, Team Not Sober, Jeff?
Team Sober. I'm still driving, trying to get to this last delivery here in Linwood.
Okay.
Trying to battle this traffic. Lovely. Ugh.
All right, Jeff, what are you going to name your kid? Hum Tulips, Chuckanut, Chimicum, or Squim?
Kids are kids. He's going to get made fun of either way. Let's call him Squim.
Squim.
Yeah. All right.
Squim.
You want to go for Squim?
Yeah, get in here, Squimmy.
All right, your question. A man by the name of Hiro Yamamoto. He was the original bass player for what Seattle band?
Is that Soundgarden?
That is one and done.
One and done.
Nice job.
All right, before we let you go,
man.
true or false question. Seattle used to be called New Alki.
Ooh. Oh, I feel like that's something close. It's probably going to hear the Will spit on this one. False.
That's true.
Yeah, that's called a New Alki.
Yeah, it's,
by the way,
New York Alki.
Hiro Yamamoto. All right, so he was the original bass player for Soundgarden. Hadn't heard from the guy in 30, 40 years. When they did the Rock Hall of Fame or whatever they just played at, he came out on stage with Ben Shepherd. That's when Taylor Momsen was singing. And all that. Brother tore it the F up, man. I had never seen him play before, right? I knew of his existence, but I'd never seen him play. Because by the time I had the money to see Soundgarden, Ben Shepherd's in the band. So kind of excited to see him. You know what I mean? And I don't know, dude looks like a liberal arts professor. You know, looks like it's.
Oh yeah.
He walks out on stage. He seems very proper. Once that bass got in his hands, man, he threw down. I'm like, what a badass, man! It was so cool to see. And then even when it's done, I don't know. Like I said, he's rocking the F out. And as soon as they're done, he looks like this very humble guy again, just kind of smiling, like, oh, thank you for being here. It's like, dude.
That's awesome.
It was crazy to watch. Yeah. That guy, he was crushing it. Hello, Carl. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Carl, are you sober or not sober?
Sober for the drive home, but once I get home, it's open season.
I hear you, Carl.
All right.
Okay, Carl, what are you going to name your kid? Hum Tulips, Chuckanut, Chimicum, or Squim?
I got to be Chuckanut.
Chuckanut.
Chuckanut. All right. Here's your question. It is KISW Seattle Rock Day, and coming up in a few minutes, we're going to talk to one of the former jocks here, Kathy Faulner. Okay? And look, she worked here from 1981 through the early 2000s, spent most of her time as the station's music director and on air. My question for you is, what was Kathy Faulkner's nickname on the air?
It was the late Kathy Faulner, right?
One and done. One and done.
Kathy,
nice job.
She is still alive, by the way, just so everybody knows. All right, real quick, true or false question for you. The original band name for Alice in Chains was Diamond Lie. True or false?
Let's go true.
It was.
Apparently,
they were a little hair metal kind of.
So Lane Staley had been more of a glam band that was named Diamond Lie, and when he teamed up with Cantrell, I don't remember if Cantrell had played in a band called Alice in Chains or if he just lobbied for it, but that's when they changed the name.
Okay.
And speaking of Kathy Faulner, you're not going to believe this. We have Kathy Faulner joining us right now on KISW. What's going on, the late Kathy Faulner?
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Look at you, bilingual and everything.
Kathy, what have you been up to?
About 5'6", my dear.
5'6". So standard. Kathy, are you able to tell us a few of your favorite memories? You had a long career here, legendary DJ. Is there one that you can tell on the air as far as one of those memories that's burned in the back of your brain?
Well, there's many that I can't, of course, as you know, Miles. But there's one that came to mind today, actually, and it was when I was working late at night on KISW. I think I was working the 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift. And it was very common that local musicians would stop by the station just to say hi or play their tunes or whatever. And it was one evening when I think it was Damon Stewart and myself and Paul Kelly were at the station, and Jerry Cantrell shows up with a friend of his. And his friend was Lars Ulrich of Metallica.
Oh, Jesus.
And they came with a pack of beer and hanging out to play tunes. But it was right before the Black Album was coming out, and they couldn't go on the air and say it was Lars from Metallica. So it was Jerry stopping by the station with his Uncle Bob. But as you know, Lars's voice is so unique. So it's like, Uncle Bob, what are you doing this summer? And he goes, well, I'm going to be touring around. I think I'm going to tour Europe this summer.
Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob, yeah.
Did people figure it out pretty quick?
He said hello, and you knew Uncle Bob was Lars. Yeah, absolutely.
As soon as he says hello.
His voice is very unique.
It is very unique. Look, for better or for worse, though, right? Because you were, from our perspective, you were here during the heyday as far as music goes, right? So for better or for worse, what was your most memorable band interview, right? Because in my mind, there's memorable, because we talked to Ozzy Osbourne. It's memorable. It's memorable because we had Zakk Wylde. For all of the wrong reasons, that was very memorable. Chris Cornell, very memorable because it was just a great interview. So, like, for better or worse, what is the first one that pops into mind and why?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, it was the night before Versus came out. Pearl Jam did Rockline from a small studio up on Capitol Hill. And afterwards, Jeff and Ed came to the station to play tunes. And it was the night during Rockline that Ed saw his face on the cover of Time magazine and was not pleased with it because he said no. And anyway, so they came not sober to the station. And it was one of the most memorable nights of radio for me because I was convinced I wasn't going to be working the next day.
So you imbibed as well.
Yeah. So Ed was enthralled. This is when we were on a 712 Aurora North, and he loved our music room because we had this huge vault of vinyl. And so a lot of the songs that he picked that evening to play, some of his favorites or local bands or songs he was into. I think they had just finished a tour with L7, so playing a lot of L7, and all of his songs were like 2 minutes long. And so I would start the song, and then he'd go up in the music room and never come back. And like, what am I supposed to play next? Ed, come back.
Did you think that Ed was going to break his neck at some point in time? When you watch see those pictures in the video, I don't know if the show was at Gasworks where he threw his microphone up into the air. And it was a corded mic.
Oh, that was at Magnuson.
That was at Magnuson.
That was at Magnuson Park.
Look, I have a fear of heights. When I watch that video, I have to turn away at times.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, don't fall. And I know he's not going to fall. But, I mean, that kind of circus crap, man. I mean, was that part of the norm for him?
Well, he told a story once that he went rock climbing with Chris Cornell, like in the Cascades, and they had no business climbing to the heights that they were. And I think they had like some radio interview or some promotional thing they had to do the next day. And he said they weren't sure that they were going to come back. Ed was so coordinated, and it was amazing some of the feats that he did. But once Porch started, you just didn't know if he was going to go to the second balcony of the theater or the third balcony or how far he was going to jump.
I do want to say this about Eddie Vedder. All right, so Pearl Jam's have been around forever at this point, right? Storied band. But I realize the inherent genius of Eddie Vedder based on one thing. So a lot of bands, when you're around that long and you go deep in your catalog and they play 3.5 hours. Inevitably, you might forget some of the lyrics to some of your songs. But the brilliance of Eddie Vedder is this. No one knows what the hell he's ever saying except the chorus. So literally, the guy could do a concert anywhere on this planet, right? He might sing something entirely different than he sang before. As long as he can, scream even flow, that's when everyone's singing with him. It doesn't matter. To me, that is sheer genius.
What, Kathy?
Absolutely.
Because you're the music director for all those years, and you're kind of what that means is the music you hear on the radio station goes through Kathy first.
So if you didn't like it, it's her fault
for the most part. So was there a few bands out there? There were local Seattle bands that you thought were going to reach those heights and just barely missed it. They didn't become Pearl Jam or Soundgarden or Alice in Chains, but talent-wise, how good they were. Were you surprised of any of the bands that didn't make it as big?
I was... It's so hard, Miles. I don't want to name
Okay, all right, fair enough.
That's a tough question to... Yeah, because I think when you're talking about local musicians, every band or every individual musician has their musical journey. And I don't think success is necessarily measured by whether they went platinum or double platinum. That's not always the goal. I don't think that's the sole definition of success.
Right.
And to support local musicians, I would rather say every band went the journey that was destined for them. Like it either worked out or it didn't work out.
Well, I do want to say this. It is cool that you were the music director. It's a big deal at a station like this. But to be fair, Nirvana released Nevermind the first day you took over as music director. I mean, is that a gift? Like, whoa, like I can't F this up? Or is it like, oh, God, people expect me to break more stuff, right?
No, we knew that Seattle was going to explode. I think in around 1988, 1989, it was very obvious that the Seattle music community was changing, that the interest in the community, I think Soundgarden got the first major label deal, and then just every label wanted to have a Seattle band. It ended up being like the thing you had to have in your repertoire as a record label. So we knew it was coming. I think we were surprised at how fast Nirvana towered to, propelled to number one. But you guys know why they went so fast to number one.
Why?
And it was because over Christmas, all of the grandparents bought their kids Michael Jackson's album. Charles Cross documented this, and then they returned that album and bought Nevermind. So Michael Jackson came down on the chart, and Nirvana went up on the chart.
Wow. I did not know that. I
had never heard that.
That is
awesome.
funny.
Did you ever get to sit down and talk to, I don't know, Kenny Loggins just once?
No.
Okay. That's my gold standard right there. If I could just interview
Kenny Loggins.
I want to interview Kenny Loggins one time.
By the way, Kathy.
I'm 2 degrees away from Kevin Bacon.
Are you?
Because I accidentally tripped his wife, Kara Sedgwick, at the singles rap party last year.
Okay. They were married then, though.
Accidentally. Sure.
It was a very smooth move. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure. I have one last question for you, just real quick. You notoriously hate the word grunge. And to be fair, grunge sounds like something that someone points out is stuck on your teeth. But what is it about the term grunge that you just cannot stand it?
I think it narrowcasts the Seattle music scene.
Okay.
So that's my professional answer. And I think part of the reason now, looking back, that I don't like the word grunge is when it turned from an adjective to a noun, when it became the label for our music community. I'm out.
Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, a lot of the yacht rock bands feel that way.
That is true.
I mean, especially Donald Fagen.
He made it very clear.
Not very happy with that. Late Kathy Faulner, thank you so much for joining us on Seattle Rock Day. We appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. And everyone, please support your musicians. They've given so much to you musically. Give back as you can. Make a donation to Smash.
Absolutely. Donate now at KISW.com.
By the way, just real quick, someone said, why did they call it the late Kathy Faulner? Seriously, was she always late to stuff? She was on late at night.
She's on late at night.
She was on late at night. That is why they called her.
Like she's always late to stuff.
Was she always late to stuff? No.
The late Jolene. Were you going there?
Kathy wasn't late.
All right. More of Seattle Rock Day coming up next. All right, Steve, you did your kitchen. In Oak Harbor.
Ooh, well, ahoy there, and happy birthday. When you want to turn your hump day into a hump night, I tell you who you need to see, Joe Camel. That's right. Every night is hump night with Joe, and oddly enough, if you like massaging Miatas, you'll never guess what he calls his penis. Crunch berries.
All right, a couple dad jokes for you there, Cody. Had a woman tell me she'd given birth to 2 baby goats.
2 goats?
2 baby goats.
Huh.
She was kidding. Did you know that during deer season in some states, McDonald's has a venison nugget that they offer?
No.
Yeah.
It's under $2.
Send her $1.
Oh, damn it.
Send her $1. Probably more than $2, man. You guys know that I can name maybe 2 or 3 Motown acts, maybe 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah? Who are they?
But 4 tops.
Okay, I like that one.
I phoned in to work sick the other day. Boss said, how sick are you? I said I'm in bed with my mom. Is that sick enough?
Coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, a man misunderstood what it meant to go base jumping and died on his first attempt, but ironically played a fantastic rendition of Meghan Trainor's All About That Bass. But first, scientists have discovered that plants will release a burst of ultrasonic sound that resembles a faint pop or click when they're stressed. Scientists believe that plants actually scream, we just can't hear them.
Damn, Stone. Way to start things out on a happy note. Screaming plants? Come on, man.
Well, you're not alone in feeling that way, my friend. People are rethinking their normal pruning of their plants due to this new revelation.
You mean people don't want screaming plants in the home? Well, I will be a monkey's uncle. I actually am a monkey's uncle. Little Figaro. Man,
No, not now, Felix.
What does it sound like?
What does what sound like, Bonnie?
The plant screaming. What does it sound like?
Well, like the study said, it's more of a pop or a click, similar to popping bubble wrap.
How long does it last?
How long does it last?
The screaming.
I think this is getting weird, Playboy.
I believe the screaming only lasts a split second, but it's at such a low level that we can't even...
What if you were to slowly cut off a branch?
I told you, man, this is getting weird.
What are you asking, Bonnie?
If you were to slowly, deliberately cut off a branch, would that draw out the screaming?
I'm not sure.
What if the plant grew in someone's ashes?
Okay, we're at DEFCON 5 of weird, Playboy.
What are you getting at, Bonnie?
Would the soul of the person's ashes be absorbed into the plant, thereby making them the one who's screaming?
I can't say that I know the answer to that, Bonnie.
I do.
Okay. Well, I'm sufficiently creeped out.
Yeah, I'm a little bugged out, Playboy.
Let's just go to break. Hello, everyone. This has been an Inaction News broadcast, a Comedia Dysfunction. Watch all Inaction News videos, new and old, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@inactionnews.
And make sure you like and subscribe, man. And be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media platforms at Inaction News.
Hola and aloha, you degenerates. Shout out to Missy, pronounced Soldier Girl on her birthday. And given she's likely suffering from post-tequila sobriety debriefing, can both the captain and Coke Ted give her advice for handling the day after Cinco de Mayo Taco Tuesday? And perhaps to help, British Mike Hawk ordering some bangers and mash. Appreciate you all and can't wait to taste the return of the red. That from Bacon.
Ooh, well, ahoy there, and happy birthday. Yeah, went a little heavy on the old tequila last night, did you? Well, the old Capitan's been known to party on Cinco de Mayo himself, but we don't call today May 6th. The old Capitan likes to call it May 60 Noits. Crunchberries.
All right, first of all, Coke Ted's in a great mood. He's been in Miami. He's Miami Ted. He's doing a lot of Coke. Second of all, you ate all that stuff yesterday. You having Mexican food, drinking tequila. You know what? Do a lot of Coke and then crap your brains out. Get it done in one fair shot.
But Charles, can I get a 49th birthday shout out from my wife?
Mash.
Oh, sorry.
We need the bangers and mash, Miles. I need the British music.
His name's Bacon. The bacon looks a little different over here, but we just stick with the bangers and mash. It works great for a hangover when your heads are busting out your face. Here's you had a little too much of the sick and you might have a little bit of beans with you to bacon the bash. It is going to be a good time here, mate.
It's like English Boomhauer.
Charles, can I get a big 49th birthday shout out to my wife, Natalia? Can you give her a Suck It Up cupcake, a Pat Sajak, and her favorite, the captain, letting her know how I plan to nibble on her crunch berries this evening? And maybe Coach Ted, if he's playing. Maybe he can explain that in most sports, 49 beats 48. Love all that you guys do. That from Carrie.
So, suck it up, cupcake!
She wants a D, and she's going to get one.
Ooh, well, ahoy there and happy birthday. Hey, let's tell your husband, before he nibbles on your crunch berries, if he really wants to be adventurous, he should eat your fudge stripe. Crunch berries.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, Coach, a little confused here. Besides golf, I feel like 49 is always gonna be 48. Other than that, I would say let's stick with the golf theme. You know what? Tee it high, let it fly. At the end of the day, we got to get inside that hole. The cup.
Oh, yeah. Gentlemen, my brother Gabe is celebrating his 52nd trip around the sun. I would like you to wish him a happy birthday. Would you send some shotgun gets, a fish sandwich, and the Dirty Germans talking about cornhole? Thanks, guys. That from Tracy and from Chandler.
Get a fillet of fish sandwich.
I think it. Yeah, I love how you people here in the United States call it cornhole. We simply call it the backside.
Yeah, so the funniest thing is that you could put it directly in the hole, or you can leave it on the board, or as I call it, board shots.
Yeah, and what we like to do is stuff both of our bags in one hole.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ja, the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Mmm, Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Bob. A couple of extra emails here. Why was I in the hospital? Oh, guys.
We don't know.
You asked this question a day late. I just was in the hospital yesterday for my first non-recreational colonoscopy. It was an easy procedure.
Non-recreational, okay.
Yeah. If you guys need to get one, do not put it off. For Miles, I did a little weigh-in pre- and post-prep cleanse.
Ooh, okay.
I need to do this the next time.
Yeah.
I never thought about this.
Hold on. Before you read, how much weight, I'm going to guess.
Pre and post?
Pre and post.
4 pounds.
Before you start taking the drink, or
right.
I think they have a pill now, but either way, man, you're going to start working your way through. So
I'm going to guess 4 pounds of poop.
How much you think? How many pounds?
I'll say 5.5.
5.3 pounds.
Oh, Ted.
Yep.
He knows his poop weight.
That's like if you ever have a long day of maybe enjoying some adult beverages, specifically beer. Sometimes you gotta hop on the scale before you pee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
How much weight did you lose? Of pee?
Oh, I've definitely had one like coming home after a game where it was like a pound or two.
Wow,
just
man.
like BS water weight.
And one more. PB&J's is the subject. Ola Bachola's Thrills mentioned how much he enjoys peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yes, indeed.
Have you ever tried toasting the bread, then making the PB&J? It was a game changer for me.
Look, everyone in the world has suggested it to me. I don't know why I'm so resistant to it. I have. It's no big deal.
It just makes it fancy.
I'm sure. Toasting bread is no effort. For whatever reason, I just don't. I cannot explain how much I like that soft, cheap, white, preservative-laden bread with my peanut butter and jelly, man.
Yeah, that's why the Uncrustable is so good. I've heard people say put it in the air fryer, all those things. But I mean, the bread is the key to that little creation.
And look, maybe I'm missing out. Maybe I am cheating myself from experiencing this next level of joy. But for whatever reason, if it is a soft-ass piece of white bread and I got the peanut butter and jelly, like my mouth will water.
Also, it tells me if I buy a loaf of white bread, I can put some of it in the freezer, and it's going to be perfectly fine based on the Uncrustable. Still being, if you just let it thaw out.
There's a lot of people who've been freezing bread for years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just never think to do it. All right, let's see here. Coming up at 5:08, we will drink and toast with a shot of the day, but first.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks less?
Yay! Time for Who Sucks Less. Stephen Thrill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They always suck. It is up to us to determine, though, out of the 3 stories, which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to follow us on X and Instagram and Men's Room Live, or you like the Men's Room on Facebook, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Yeah, and this week is a little weird, all right? Because you go through the news, and as always, we find 3 people that suck. You try to figure out who sucks least. in this case, man, and I hate to let you guys down, man, it's like, to me, the answer's already been predetermined, all right? So, as I'm going through the news...
So you're saying this is the easiest one we've ever done?
I feel like people already voted on this. I mean, the thing is, you go through the news, and one thing that happens is, when you can, you try to find something that hits a little close to home. So, we got 3 stories, believe it or not, about people that work in our field, in the radio industry.
Okay.
But it's already been determined who sucks the least, and his name is the Ted Smith, apparently, who was just voted the most popular radio personality in Seattle radio.
9.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Seattle Rock Day is benefiting Smash Seattle musicians access to sustainable health care. We're almost at $20,000.
Come on.
Yeah. We need to hit that number. Now, couple things for auction. A Black Raven beer tasting with the men's room. That currently sits at $510.
Damn.
Ooh, how about that action?
All right.
People are paying to drink with us.
Which is crazy because all of us go to the bar a lot.
Mike, how are some of the other items and the auction going so far?
Well, let's see. I know that you guys have been tracking the Little Woody's custom burger, the burger of the week.
You know, I haven't talked about it all day.
No.
Funny you bring it up.
Sitting at a hefty $460 to get that one named.
Man.
Still by anonymous right there, just sitting.
Okay.
I saw Ryan bid it on it earlier.
Uh-huh.
So
There was a lot of infighting on the burger.
There is.
There is.
Because everybody wants a name on the burger.
Animosity there. You got a recording session at Studio Litho. It's currently sitting at an opening bid of $200. There's the...
Dude, if you are a musician and it's only $200 for that, bid on that, man.
Right.
Seriously, like that. But just back in my day when we were recording, and this is before, computers now, you can record at home and all that. There's nothing wrong with that. Inevitably, it kind of sounds like you recorded at home. We couldn't even do that. So when we wanted to record something with the band, it was about getting studio time, and studio time is money. And like a lot of bands, we were broke. But man, those few times that we got the money together to go into a studio, one, it feels cool. If you're a musician, you walk into a professional recording studio, man, and you see all the buttons and you realize, I have no idea what this guy's doing on the board. But the difference it makes in the music you record is unbelievable. There's a reason why people don't release albums that they recorded at home.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's it.
You also got the KISW concert package sitting at $350.
Apparently, that's valued at over $500.
Yeah, this day and age, man, that is
a
ticket. One ticket.
And the Wolfie autographed guitar is now over $1,000.
Holy smokes, yeah.
But I think the guitar value itself is already over $1,000.
Right, the guitar itself, it's a nice guitar.
Right.
So he signed it.
There's an Ice Nine Kills signed guitar that's over there sitting at $680.
Okay.
Way under value.
Do it.
Run it.
Donate now. We want to hit $20,000 at least, hopefully by the 5 o'clock hour. That would be awesome. We want to shoot higher than that, but $20,000. Please give what you can at KISW.com. Coming up on the program, she is one of the dentists that works with Smash. Her name is Dr. Nicole O'Brien.
Yeah.
And so as far as some of the dental things that Smash works with, she is one of those dentists. For $50, that covers 2 dental exams and standard cleanings. Just $50.
Look, it might not sound exciting. I got some questions for her. Yeah, I just do.
So the doctor on the way, but first time for a couple of emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail.
And we'll jump right into the birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Oh, doggone it.
Dip responsibly. All the guys, please wish my husband Marcus a very happy 34th birthday with the Leroy Jenkins. The Dirty Germans talking about playing World of Warcraft. Coach Ted giving advice about working a stressful job while trying to raise a 1-year-old and keeping the wife happy. He loves you guys and he listens every day. You guys are awesome. Thanks, guys. That from Shay.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, talking about playing the World of Warcraft, it's funny because here in America you think it's a video game. In Deutschland, it's what we refer to as masturbation. So I play a lot of World of Warcraft.
Yeah, and generally we're just used to hearing that after we're done.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, you got a stressful job, you got a 1-year-old home. The coach has simple advice for you, all right? Work's going to be work, you can be stressed out, but when you come home, little Chuckanuck is going to be sitting there. He or she's always going to be happy to see you.
True.
Now deal with the wife Oh, Coach is sitting this one out. Just know that kid's happy to see you, and hopefully that will de-stress you a little bit.
Yeah. That is true, man. When your kids are little, every time you walk in the door, they race to the door. They're screaming, Daddy. They give you a hug. Now I walk in the house with two teenagers like, I'm home. And, okay. And that is it.
Only guys, today's my husband Jerry's, a.k.a. the White Jerome's 57th trip around the sun. Can I get a your penis is too small? Miles with some dad jokes. Thanks, guys, for all the laughs you guys give us. Lots of love. That from the lovely Stacy. Couple dad jokes for you. All right, what do you call a chicken staring at lettuce? What do you call a chicken staring at lettuce?
A pre-sandwich?
Chicken Caesar salad. My daughter asked me what it would be like to be like a dad, and I told her to ask me again when she has kids. You know, she said, "But what if I don't want kids?" I said, "You got it." How do you make an idiot say how? How do you make an idiot say how? I bought a dog from a blacksmith.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. When we got home, he made a bolt for the door. And finally, why should you not kick a volcano? Why should you not kick a volcano? Why? You might crack a toe. And finally, I like to wish my wife Stephanie a very happy 64th birthday today. How about some farts and the dirty German suggesting great ways to enjoy your day? Thanks, guys. That from Bill.
Oh, yes, some parts.
Yeah, the best way for you to enjoy the day is buy a video camera, you give it to your husband Bill, and then he videotapes you having sex with the dirty Germans.
Yeah, it's the old game of hide the Wiener Schnitzel until you find a spot.
Yeah, we learned that by the age of 16. Hide the Wiener Schnitzel.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ja, the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Dr. Nicole O'Brien, thanks for joining us.
Hey there, thanks for having me.
Yeah, Seattle Rock Day benefiting Smash today, and you were involved on the dentistry end.
Exactly. Yep, we love to take care of patients at the office.
How long have you been working with Smash?
Gosh, I have been working with Smash and Nicole Vandenberg for quite a few years, helping patients where we could. More meaningfully, in the last 6 or 9 months, we've developed maybe a more streamlined pathway to get people some real regular care.
Okay.
I'm just curious, one of the things with Smash, because you're helping the Seattle area musicians. Now, as a musician myself, and I don't know if you're going to know the answer to this, guitar players, singers, drummers, or bass players, generally speaking, who has the worst mouth? I mean, just who has the worst teeth?
Let's see. Where do you fit in the band?
I'm not going to tell you. I want the unbiased answer.
You should see this girl.
Well, I'll tell you, the number one emergency I see is people hitting themselves in the tooth with the microphone. So I think that might be your answer. Whoever's got one of those things right in their face. Yeah.
It happened to one of my bandmates years ago. He stepped on the base to the microphone. It rocketed forward. I don't know that it messed up his teeth, but it blew his lips open. There was blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Good times. What is the process if you are an area musician and you would like some dental help? You need some help along the way.
That's great. Reach out to Smash. They have a really great process for getting people on a wait list. They also do some wraparound services, right? So you call in and maybe you broke a tooth or maybe you need a cleaning. They're so great at jumping in and helping people maybe figure out their Apple Care paperwork, checking in on many other components of their health care. So it really does end up feeling like some holistic care, not just that cleaning, but maybe there's something else that someone's really been needing and they look for that.
Well, you've always been reading about your practice, always been family oriented, always been about the community. And I guess you grew up in a household full of people who worked in the dental industry.
Dental industry, yeah, and some musicians as well.
What is that mix? You have live music during the teeth cleaning? What do you do?
Exactly. No. No, just family members and friends that have been in the music business. And so seeing, before I was a dentist, kind of seeing how those people's lives were affected, right? So working kind of crazy hours, having a feral diet if they were out on tour, right? So eating at the gas station and not necessarily getting the same diet that folks of us that sit at home and have a real kind of routine life have.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with gas station sushi in the middle of Oklahoma City. Nothing's going to go wrong. That's it. Why, as a dentist, and you come from a family of people that worked in the dental industry, why do you think it is? Because my kids are this way too. Why are so many people so scared of the dentist?
Oh, goodness. I think it's a lot of the unknowns. I think for some people it's the cost, right? So it's expensive. It's can be uncomfortable. So it's just hard to make that a regular thing.
Okay.
I think one of the things that Smash does a good job at is helping us kind of provide a home for people. So some of the people we see, we encourage them, like, come back for your regular checkup. And when you get in that kind of routine healthcare setting where you have a home to go, I think it doesn't feel as scary. So for me, that first step, finding a place that feels like a good fit for you, and then just keeping those appointments, it makes a big difference.
And I've noticed a parallel between, at least the couple dentists that I've had in the area. It's kind of like going to the grocery store. When you're laying back in that chair, the musical selections that you hear
are terrible.
They're not the greatest.
No, you guys got to upgrade, man.
But you can't.
Seriously.
I guess back to the scared thing. Like
So you got to come to my office.
Yeah.
I do not abide by bad music. It's one thing these guys know. We'll give them a thumbs down, and somebody's running for the music system.
Because I got trapped in an MRI, I had to listen to Coldplay for 45 minutes. Thought I was going to kill myself.
Oh no!
Yeah. The last time I was at the dentist, I'm like, this is a deep Seals and Crofts cut. It really is. But obviously, you can't play Anthrax and Pantera if people are.
You don't want people to bang their head.
Exactly.
It's happened.
Okay.
Now, I have a question for you, and because every dental hygienist and dentist I have ever experienced does this, and I want to know if you do this on purpose. Why do you choose to be so conversational and have so many questions when your hand is in my mouth? I mean, it's like waiting for someone. Do you do it on purpose?
No, we love taking care of people, right? So, I mean, we're sitting there looking at these teeth, but we're so curious about the person as a whole. I think we just can't help ourselves.
And is it hard? Have you, if you talk to a little kid, if it's your kid, you have the ability to understand the words coming out of their mouth, even though other people. So as a dentist, do you understand the language of, I went down to the store last night?
Yes, of course. It's a special class we take. It's a special dental language that we learn.
Yeah. Okay. I'd normally just do sign language. Now, okay, I'm asking this question for a friend, all right? Now, you look into a lot of mouths, all right? Would you be able to tell if someone had a very small throat?
Oh, I mean, we do an oral cancer check every time. So, yeah, when we get an awe out of them, we can see all kinds of things. Yeah.
Do people sometimes have very small throats?
I mean, are you asking for a friend?
Yes, I really am.
We legitimately are, yes.
Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, there are all kinds of, we're going to get clinical here, but there are airway issues. So sometimes people will have more constricted airways, maybe from the shape of the teeth. Maybe they have some soft tissue issues like, large tonsils. So, yeah, and that can end up creating some sleep apnea problems, which, of course, we all are hearing this in the media. Sleep apnea doesn't always mean just snoring. It can mean not breathing. And that's a big thing we check for in dentistry and have referrals for.
Now, do you tell
that math is adding up?
It absolutely, for this particular person, yeah. If someone has unusually large tonsils, do you mention, I know it sounds dumb, but like my dentist, and again, we're not in your world, so I don't know if it's good or bad, but my dentist told me I have an unusually high mineral count in my saliva. And I don't know if she was coming on to me. I don't know if she's hitting on me. I don't know if that's good or bad. I just said, okay. I mean, but still, is that good? Is that bad? Does it matter?
I mean, it could mean that you get more tartar buildup between your visits, but it could also mean that you have some good buffering, so you might be at lower risk for getting cavities. All those things are super unique to every individual. I mean, she sounds like she's really looking at you from all different perspectives.
I mean, she never qualified what that might mean. I just have a very minerally mouth. That is what I've learned about myself.
Now, not only do you guys offer dental care, but you also, don't you guys give out like dental kits and sometimes an electric toothbrush here or there to people?
Yeah. Yeah, so Nicole Vandenberg has set up this really cool road kit. They have all kinds of supplies, not just for dentistry, but we got a bunch of great products from Philips Sonicare, so people were able to get some good quality electric toothbrushes to take on the road to try to keep them healthy while they're out there. So, yeah, they do a really good job at providing kits for good health care.
Okay, now as someone who works in the dental industry, like we know sugar's bad for your teeth, soda, et cetera, are there any things that you actively avoid consuming because of that, or are you like, F it, I'm going to do this anyway?
I mean, please don't tell anyone this. This is off the record. I love hot tamales. That's my favorite candy. I think the toughest thing for musicians, right, is especially if you're on the road, but I think even if you're in band practice, so drinking those beverages where you're like taking a sip and then you're doing something else. So maybe you take a couple sips of a soda and then maybe you practice a song and then you come back and you pick up that soda again. Or if they're out on the road driving, those small sips are really cumulative. So I'd rather have people like pound that beverage, gulp it, don't sip it. Yeah, it's the sipping of those things that have even a small amount of sugar can end up being really cavity causing.
So it's much better that I chug the beer than just sip it.
Let's say, does this apply to beer and whiskey?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, Doc, you know those energy drinks are just ripping your teeth apart.
Oh, terrible. So bad.
But
to that, like people that maybe use tobacco products like cigarettes or the marijuana cigarettes if you're smoking them.
I've never heard of that.
I don't
That's
know.
ridiculous.
Please tell us
and
more.
musicians do not do drugs. That I'm pretty clear of.
No. Exactly. No, but that dries your mouth out, right? So you're sipping that energy drink and maybe you're smoking a cigarette, and those two things combined are going to set you up to have a worse dental problem. So, of course, my plug is please quit smoking. Anything you can do to try other products that help, but also those energy drinks or that soda or that cup of coffee with sugar and a cigarette, it's really drying, kind of cooks that stuff on your teeth and can make it so you get cavities that are much more aggressive.
Dr. Nicole O'Brien still at District Dental Wellness?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm curious to know, because I always wondered this, okay? So one thing I know to be true, divorce attorneys hope your relationship goes south because that's what they do. A surgeon wants you to have heart disease because, frankly, I mean, that's his juice, right? So as a dentist, and be honest, right, you want people to take care of their teeth, but on the other hand, how awesome is it to have blow pops and Monster energy drinks, right? Because it keeps the people. I would think if I'm a dentist, I don't want to just clean your teeth. I want to do some nitty gritty stuff, you know? So aren't cavities kind of awesome?
Yes. I love to fix teeth, but no, I feel like where we're really winning is when people don't get cavities. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for working with Smash and doing what you do.
love it.
Just know that goes a long way.
Thank you so much. I love talking with you guys about Smash.
Yeah. And thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You got it.
All right, let's just...
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, a man misunderstood what it meant to go base jumping and died on his first attempt. But ironically, played a fantastic rendition of Meghan Trainor's All About That Bass. But first, scientists have discovered that plants will release a burst of ultrasonic sound that resembles a faint pop or click when they're stressed. Scientists believe that plants actually scream, we just can't hear them.
Damn, Stone. Way to start things out on a happy note. Screaming plants? Come on, man.
Well, you're not alone in feeling that way, my friend. People are rethinking their normal pruning of their plants due to this new revelation.
You mean people don't want screaming plants in the home? Well, I will be a monkey's uncle. I actually am a monkey's uncle. Little Figaro, man.
No, not now, Felix.
What does it sound like?
What does what sound like, Bonnie?
The plant screaming. What does it sound like?
Well, like the study said, it's more of a pop or a click, similar to popping bubble wrap.
How long does it last?
How long does it last?
The screaming.
I think this is getting weird, Playboy.
I believe the screaming only lasts a split second, but it's at such a low level that we can't even...
What if you were to slowly cut off a branch?
I told you, man, this is getting weird.
What are you asking, Bonnie?
If you were to slowly, deliberately cut off a branch, would that draw out the screaming?
I'm not sure.
What if the plant grew in someone's ashes?
Okay, we're at DEFCON 5 of weird, Playboy.
What are you getting at, Bonnie?
Would the soul of the person's ashes be absorbed into the plant, thereby making them the one who's screaming?
I can't say that I know the answer to that, Bonnie.
I do.
Okay. Well, I'm sufficiently creeped out.
Yeah, I'm a little bugged out, Playboy.
Let's just go to break. Hello, everyone. This has been an Inaction News broadcast, a Comedia Dysfunction. Watch all Inaction News videos, new and old, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@inactionnews.
And make sure you like and subscribe, man. And be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media platforms at Inaction News. I got a glass eye, man, like Sandy Duncan, the woman who played Peter Pan back in the day.
Hogan's Family.
You ever heard of Sandy Duncan?
No.
Okay, like in the 70s, man, at least when I was a kid, she was like everybody's sweetheart. Everybody loved Sandy Duncan because she played Peter Pan. But as a kid, I'm like, but that's a woman. She played Peter Pan, but she also happened to look like Peter Pan.
And people accepted this.
It was Sandy Duncan. I cannot explain it, man. Somehow she transcended all things.
It's like having a man play Annie.
A man did play Annie. You saw that little girl?
Here we go.
His name was Joseph Scacciatore.
Joseph Scacciatore.
Yeah, he's very sensitive about that, man.
Do not mess with Joseph Scacciatore.
Yeah, they had the speed of his voice. It's like, listen to come out tomorrow. Yeah, tell your mother comes out tomorrow.
Tell your mother.
Tell your mother. Yeah, it's all about the mother, you know, Jersey.
Of course. You ready?
We're all ready.
Here we go.
Yes, indeed.
Not only got a trophy, but you've also got a cake.
Now, I want you to understand.
And Mike's going to go get the beer. Oh, he's got the beer.
He already got the beer. All right, so Ted, first of all, congratulations, man.
Yes, yeah.
That is awesome.
I was pumped.
Just so you know, that trophy you were holding is handmade by yours truly, Mr. Steve the Thrill Hill. And I want to understand how this came together. The pedestal for your trophy, that was a piece of flooring that is left over from my wife and I redid our kitchen years ago. All right?
Oh, yeah.
Sitting on top of that base is a men's room IPA beer can that I pulled out of my recycling on Monday. That's why it is dented and spray painted it bronze. And that broken microphone that is also on that pedestal.
Yeah, drink up.
That is out of the home studio I got there when I'm recording music. I am not sure what happened to the microphone, but clearly it is broken. So these things were then spray painted, mounted, and glued to that platform so that you have your very own trophy. And Dayton, from the Daily Mix Morning Show hooked me up with the rock sticker that adorns the side of it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is a one-of-a-kind trophy.
That is a big
you
deal.
have right there.
That is a big deal. Did you know that you got this award?
I did.
Okay.
But I also knew when they told me they called me, shout out to Scott.
How'd they get your phone number?
That is weird.
Castle sent me an email and just said, this guy from 425 Magazine's trying to reach out to you.
Ah, okay.
So I called him and I'm like, what's up? He goes, I assume you know why I'm calling. I said, I have no idea, to be honest. And he's like, you won. And I go, I won. I didn't know I was up for it. He goes, you weren't. He was like, we had a drop down thing. You weren't in there. People kept writing your name in, so you won.
You won Local Radio Personality for 2026 from the Best of 425 Magazine.
Without being nominated.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Again, you weren't one of the choices.
Here's what it
people
says.
wrote your ass in.
Marilyn Ray's Ted Smith. Host with fellow Baltimore connection Steve Hill and Miles Montgomery, The Men's Room, a 99.9 KISW broadcast radio show that is driving personalities. Crack is an outreach program for troubled alcoholic loudmouths. Smith also chairs The Podcast, which covers current events and personal life updates with an irreverent style that's become his beloved trademark.
No new episode this week.
Your beloved trademark.
I know. That's the thing. They go, you can't tell anybody till we announce it on May 1st, right? So I told like Castle and our bosses.
Sure.
And I'm like, of course, I've had this plane ticket and tickets to F1 for like 8 months. And it was going to be the same weekend the award was announced.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the...
Please say a few words if you can.
By the way, just so you know,
you won an award. That's what you do when you win an award.
You put them on the spot.
You have some things to say to the people out there, not only that voted for you, but apparently love you and listen to you as you are the local personality of the year. I mean, if you have a second, would you like to say some words to your fans, to the people who love you?
Flooded with all kinds of comments there on the YouTubes, all showing you the love there, Ted.
Yeah. I mean, you know me. Honestly, thanks to everybody that voted for me, since I wasn't even in there. Second of all, I love the Northwest. Just know whenever I'm in Miami, wherever I'm going, I'm always talking about Seattle. And then, just honestly, humbly, thanks. Just awesome.
And just so you know, originally it was going to be a beer koozie because that speaks much more to who you are. All right?
Yeah.
And I went through 4 different koozies at my house. It does not take the spray paint well.
KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hogg at some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, Miles, that would be on a normal day that we would check on the headlines that I'm working on. And in fact, I'm not working on any doggone headlines today. If you've never been here on a Seattle Rock Day before, here's how this works. I completely sacrifice all of my headlines. I do it here just because I want to give everybody an opportunity to donate. You know, they've been hearing about it all day. Hey, if you can, give a couple bucks to Smash. Hey, if you can, go on up and check those auction items. If you were looking for a time to do it, now is the absolute time. So if you're there at home, pull out your phone, jump on the computer.
What is it, Mike? Is it 40 minutes? It's everything ends on the auction at 5:30.
Correct.
Not the donations.
Correct.
But the auction stops.
Yes. The auction stops then.
At 5:30.
Trust me, I understand what it is. I'm going to wait till the last second, and then I'm going to put in my final bids. It doesn't work like that. I have seen so many people that have jumped in there and tried to get in there in the last second. It doesn't work that way. There's proxy bids that are set in, you see. Somebody who says, here's the most I'm willing to spend on this at this point. So you're going to go in there, you're going to put in your donation, you're going to go out there, you're going to put down your bid, you're going to get outbid almost instantly. So now is the time to go on there and check on those bids. And check where you're at.
Also, from an auctioneer standpoint.
Yes, sir.
This is a tax write-off to some degree, correct?
Yes.
Based on the fact that you're giving to a charity. You're giving to a charity.
Absolutely.
Definitely to donate. The donation part of it is something that is tax.
Okay. Gotcha.
Tax deductible. There we go. Thank you. So if you're waiting for an opportunity, if you're in your car, safely pull over to the side of the road and jump on there. Go to KISW.com. Follow the links for Seattle Rock Day, and you will find where you can donate right there. We are inching so very, very close to the milestone of $20,000. We'd like to at least get up and over that before. We need something to toast, right? We got the shot of the day coming up, so we need something to toast there. So we encourage everybody to jump on in there. We've had a couple donations here that have just flowed in. Dimitri jumped in, made a $55 donation.
Thank you, Dimitri.
Fun fact, a $50 donation helps cover costs for 2 dental exams and standard cleanings. Smash is a sweet deal with their dental partners. We just talked with Dr. Nicole earlier today. Philip also made a $55 donation. Thank you very much. Jason made a $50 donation, says, wish I could donate more, but thank you for doing this for our local musicians.
Hey, thank you for doing that, man.
You know what? Yeah. The whole thing, give till it hurts. At the end of the day, you found the extra, you dug deep, you've pulled out of what you have, you've looked inside your own heart, your own side of your own financial situation, and you've given where you can. We've got Jim, 35 minutes ago, gave a $500 donation.
Right.
Jim. To
rolling.
So this little sheet that our friend Kayla here gave me doesn't have anything for what $500 will cover, but I will tell you that it'll cover two. Let's see here. Two of these, a $250 donation will move one musician off of Smash's 28-person emergency dental wait list.
Wow.
So you just covered two people.
Jesus, right.
Took them off the emergency wait list.
Yeah, a wait list is the worst list.
Especially when it's dental in an emergency.
Absolutely.
You do not want to wait for that.
No. Because that's something that just keeps on getting worse and worse and worse over time.
Yeah, that pain's not going away. Whatever's going on, like you need to get in there and get it done.
That's a great donation, man.
And you're up there, you're the music's pounding, and all of that, and your teeth feel fantastic. And
you still have to play.
That's right.
Right, you still got to play, man.
You got to tough it out. You got a crowd full of people saying, "Entertain me." Make it happen.
All right, that's it. I mean, that's the truth of it.
Miles, as you mentioned, we also have an auction that's going on over on their same website. This is the Smash website, and we got a handful of items up there for sale. Still got the guitars that are doing crazy. The Ice Nine Kills guitar sitting at a staunch $680. You got the Pearl Jam signed guitar, up and over $11,000 on that one.
That's a collector's item.
That is an absolute collector's item. It's got everybody on there.
No wonder McCready got fired today. People apparently like the guy.
He didn't get a severance package or anything.
Nothing. Castle just said you're out.
He cleared out his desk and walked out.
They brought the cops in there to take him out.
He got one of those escorted to the door.
He got radio fired.
Yeah,
the ambassador got thrown out of the embassy. It was rough.
It was, man.
It's a bad look, but I believe he's taking it well.
Put a black bag over his head and drug him out through the cargo. Wolfgang Van Halen signed guitar sitting at up and over $1,000. Just 3 minutes ago.
That's a deal.
That's a huge deal.
1,020.
He's going to go
for that
places,
guitar.
Man. He's just getting started.
Dude, he's so good already.
We are 32 minutes left on the auction.
32 minutes left on the auction. Very good, Miles. The drinking experience with the men's room beer tasting. I'll be there in just a second. We'll come back to that guy. The Little Woody's Custom Burger. It's still sitting there at $500. If you want to get in there, you can name that thing what you want it to. You can pull whatever it is that you want to on there. Who's jumping in over there? Mark, currently sitting at the high bid of $500. We've jumped off the anonymous bid, and now we got Mark in there at $500.
At least Mark wants his name out there.
Right.
Like, I am Mark. I want this burger.
If you're bidding on that, you know exactly what you're putting on that burger.
Absolutely.
Already, yeah.
It's unreal. Anonymous fell off. This John jumped in front, and then Mark went over the top.
The recording session, up to $220. We got another bid on that one.
Guys, seriously, if you're in a band, bid on that. If you know someone in a band and you can cough up that cash for them, that is a huge thing for a band.
And then you know what? That could be the start of the next Seattle icon, and the next Seattle classic that comes out there. And then that'll be a fun little trivia fact. You know, their first album that was recorded, they bought it at a charity auction.
Well, a lot of times, man, just being in the studio itself, you just meet other people. And I mean, a lot of commerce kind of goes down that way, right? People hear what you're doing, like, God, you should open for us. You'd be amazed what happens, man.
Absolutely.
That is a huge deal.
Having people and helping out, donating today helps live music. Tinker Tim, he's donated $100. He goes, I love live music.
$100, man. You say? Well, $100 helps cover the cost for custom fitted earplugs.
Yeah.
Again, what Smash does is they consider the things that you don't consider. You know, you guys been talking about it. The bands get up there, they play their songs, thank you very much, good night, and they leave. The earplugs, they're up there getting deafened each and every time that they get up there. By rights, everybody that goes to a concert should wear earplugs.
Well, it's funny. Every time we do like the new originals practice, you know, there are us, and then we play with some actual musicians.
Absolutely.
The actual musicians, seriously, before we fire the practice, you see them all break out the earplugs. They will always offer them. I always turn them down because I'm like, look, I don't play as much as you, so I'm fine to just get my head blasted open. But yeah, they throw an earplug. This is practice.
Absolutely. What were you about to say there, Ted?
Oh, no, just preventive. Right?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's what helps out so much, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, for all of us, especially for these musicians that need, like, before they get into the problem where they need, like, an ear doctor, now, with Tim's donation, a couple of them are going to have the head or the earplugs.
Exactly, man. Exactly there. Again, down to the last 30 minutes here of our silent auction, our online auction there for Smash. We've got the KISW concert ticket package sitting at that $350, as we said.
Which is $200 under value.
Yeah.
As far as what it would actually cost to go to those 3 shows.
Exactly. Exactly. And I also want people to understand there for a second. You're going to go to these free concerts. You got the Black Keys. You got the Pretty Reckless. You got Rise Against. All coming to town. You're going to go to all these concerts. And for each and every one that you're going to, you're going to stand there. You're going to be cheering your head off. You're going to be drinking all kinds of beer and having fun. You might even get laid that night. And you're going to be sitting there thinking, I raised money for charity when I did this.
And spent less than the people around me.
That's right.
Yeah.
Seriously. I'm sitting here, I gave to charity and now I'm at a concert. That's what that is. That's what that is. We got a signed poster for Unwrapped an Acoustic Holiday.
That signed poster includes all the members of Pretty Reckless. Yep. Taylor Monson, Des Rocks, Wolfie Van Halen.
Yep.
Brent and Zach from Shinedown.
Yep.
So that's a pretty cool thing.
Hollywood Undead, Daughtry. Yep. Got them all in there. Did we get on that one?
Yes.
Maybe.
I believe, because I remember they handed us markers when we walked in.
Yes, that's right.
It's always tough to tell when like the real bands, the real famous people are back there. Like, do we sign these? Do we not?
Right. We did, because we were standing next to Brent and Shinedown, all right?
Right.
And I'm looking at him, I'm like, if you're going to sign the shit I haven't signed, he's like, dude, absolutely sign it. I'm like, but I feel stupid because you're signing.
Right.
Why are we signing the same thing?
Value goes down when I put my mark on this thing.
I just ruined your autograph.
Right. Who's this tool over here? And then we got the Men's Room Black Raven beer tasting here in the KISW studios. You're going to come on up here. We're going to enjoy some delicious Black Raven beers. Currently sitting at a high bid of $1,560.
That is insane. Mike, quick question for you. This came from YouTube. It says, where can you just donate money? So they don't want to necessarily bid on anything, but they want to donate the cash.
That is an excellent, excellent question right there. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to KISW.com. I will go on this adventure with you here, folks. Go to KISW.com. The biggest thing that we got there, it is front page. It says, today we celebrate Seattle Rock Day and give back. Click on that guy. Click on that big old picture of Seattle Rock Day. As you scroll on down, actually, you don't even have to scroll on down. It actually has a little green button right there that says Smash Website.
Yeah.
You hit that guy.
If you're colorblind, it just says Smash Website.
And just so you know why this is needed. Right now, Smash has 142 musicians on their list. All right? Waiting for healthcare services, dental visits, mental health sessions, hearing protection, vocal screenings, general wellness, mental health, all that. 142 area musicians.
God, man. That's ridiculous.
I just put the link to where you can directly donate in the YouTube chat.
All right.
So highlight that. Right click it, say search the web or whatever you want to. Put it in the browser, however it is that you need to do that. Go right there, and that is the exact spot that you need to go to in order to donate. As we said, we are about to cross the threshold of that $20,000 mark. Just got an update from our buddy Bob there. Let's see here. With the auction totaling so far $15,000 and donations totaling $5,000, we have just jumped up and over $20,000.
Okay. All right. Got a little ways to go here before the end of it.
That's right. The auction's going to end at 5:30 sharp. You guys are down to 28 minutes. Let's see how high we can get this.
Donations, money goes to the end of the show and on late at night with Jolene, too.
Yeah. Correct.
So please keep donating.
Correct.
But the auction will be done at 5:30.
That's right. Do not delay on that. Get all those donations in. We're now we're inching ever closer to $25,000. Let's see how high we can get this guy. Again, go to KISW.com. It is the biggest link that is on there that takes you to the Seattle Rock Day website link, and that'll take you to the Smash website, and that's where you can make that donation. As far as the Black Raven tasting, sitting at $1,560. How do we get roped into this?
I don't know. I don't know. Listen, there are so many better things at the auction than that.
Like the Wolfie autograph.
Yes!
Sitting at $1,000.
How are we getting more money than Wolfgang freaking Van Halen? I mean, thank you, but you know what? When we see him, I'm going to tell his ass.
That's right.
I'm going to tell his ass. People would rather drink with me than play your guitar. I'm going to crush the man.
We're worth more than you, dude.
I just want you to know that as he gets back in his limo.
Van Halen don't have any money.
No, they got nothing out here.
Broke ass Wolfgang.
Valerie Bertinelli, like she's got money.
Can't afford another band member.
Yeah, he'll slap me with a gold bar.
Yes.
Well, then, at least you know a dentist.
You know what? Good point, Ted.
We're going to do it up for you here, folks. We're going to give you a tour around the studios. We're going to show you how everything works around here. We're going to hopefully not break anything because we're going to have him bob just a little bit when we're taking you around, show you some stuff around here. It's going to be a fun little opportunity here. So that's one of the many things that you can purchase there on the Smash auction. Just 25 minutes left. Down to the last 25 minutes.
It is exciting, though, to see. If you enjoy a show, if you enjoy the show and you want to see the studio, it is a cool thing. We had the opportunity. Don and Mike were like some of my radio heroes. And we had the opportunity. We're going to broadcast with them. We go into the studio. Their studio was junk. I could not believe, because I saw Howard Stern's studio once. I never met Howard, but we saw Howard Stern's studio. It was the coolest radio studio you'd ever seen. So Don and Mike, I'm like, oh, dude, this is going to be great. When I saw the facilities they were in, I'm like, I'm glad we broadcast from what we do. It was junky. These are actually pretty cool. We have a really nice studio.
Nice, dude. Couple donations that are still coming in over at the Smash website there. Steven gave a $55 donation.
Thank you, Steve.
Again, $50 helps cover costs for 2 dental exams and standard cleanings. He says, Men's Room kept me together on the way home from work for years from day one. Now gets me through retirement in my sanctuary, which is his garage. Seattle musicians deserve all the respect. And he actually
thank you, man.
adds a picture of his car. Is that a Dart GT that I see right there? Goodness sakes. That's a beauty. Let's see
our
here.
buddy Jess the Chest and Navy Pete coming in with $100.
Oh, nice.
$100.
That's $50 a boob. Put it in perspective, the average one would offer about $15 a boob, but she's got $50 a boob there.
Our buddy...
Thanks to you too, Pete.
Yeah, whatever, Pete.
Thanks, Pete. Yeah. Our buddy Adam made a $150 donation, says music heals.
right.
We need to support artists.
Yes.
I fully agree, man. Look, if it's not cost effective for artists to get out there and get off the ground, they're going away.
No, I mean, that's it.
You know, this is the day that the music dies when that happens there.
And also
So-
remember one thing, man. Seattle is so much more expensive than any other average city. There's San Francisco, Boston, New York City, right? That's about it. Seattle is insanely, absurdly expensive. So to do music here, right, the equipment costs about the same. But if I'm in Oklahoma City, my amp costs the same as it does here. Everything else costs more here. So, I mean, just to be... Most bands we know, local, no matter what city you're in, it's like, it's the broke musicians. Yeah, that's true.
You're
in
darn
this
right.
city, it is so much different than it is almost anywhere else.
Absolutely, man.
Including Los Angeles. So don't brag. It costs more here than it does there, dog.
Also, Carter, Ozzy, and Marlo made a $25 donation.
Thank
Says,
you.
Always love donating when you guys do this stuff. Been listening all day. Damn near got me in tears with what you and the rest of the KISW crew does for the community. Just a quick reference there: $20. It helps cover a hearing screening for musicians. We've already talked about the the custom fitted earplugs. Now going in for a screening. Now you've already got the plugs.
Yes.
Maybe if they don't, bring them in there just to make sure that everything is okay.
The Wolfie Van Halen signed guitar now up to $1,400.
Oh, there it goes.
The Men's Room beer tasting. That's gone up as well.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Wolfie.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
We're in a race.
Up enough. The gens are fighting it out. You've got a gen fight going
Gen
on.
fight.
Ooh. We're up.
I would watch that.
Cat fight. 22 minutes left on the auction items.
Just 22 minutes, guys. Do not delay on that one. Jump in there, get it done. Again, remove all the stress of bidding. This is why I do love a silent auction. Look, as an auctioneer, I, of course, love the live auction.
Yeah.
It's lively. It's fun. I get to see the crowd. We get to have fun. But the fun of the silent auction, you remove all the stress of bidding. You just
Exactly.
put down the max bid. Put down however much that you're willing to go, and then that's where the fight takes place. Let's see. The Little Woody's Custom Burger sitting at $520.
What are you putting on that thing, brother?
You know what? We've been talking about that. And
No
honestly,
veg.
I heard Mike McCready's earlier this morning. I'm the same. I'm boring. He was the same thing as me, just a regular patty with some cheese and some lettuce, maybe like a tomato.
Mike, that's why you got fired. Come on, man.
Better than that.
I would think.
Wouldn't he put a quote-unquote Pearl Jam on it? Ooh. My understanding was that the name Pearl Jam, one of the band's members, maybe Eddie's grandmother, something like that. There were some homemade things she made, and I don't know what the ingredients were, to be fair, but I believe she called it Pearl Jam. They thought the name sounded cool. So, like, dude, you're in Pearl Jam. It's named after someone's
It's like the
condiment.
little pearl onions, and you can make a jam out of it.
That's what I mean. It might be
There
that,
you
but
go.
like, come on, Mike. Do we have to do all the thinking for you?
I feel like if you're going to make your own personal burger, I feel like the originality comes in the sauce. What the sauce
Yeah,
is.
for the most part,
You know,
'cause-
because condiments tend to be just...
Mine was going to be secret.
Oh, a secret sauce?
That means Thousand Islands dressing and mayonnaise, right?
If Miles had won, we should have just called it men's room sauce.
But it's just mayo.
It's salty.
Extra salty mayonnaise.
See, but I was thinking that our YouTube community could come together to buy this thing, and then they make it the like burger, and it's a smash burger, so that they could smash the
that
like
like burger. See, Mike, you're thinking.
I'm thinking of all you folks.
You can also just like the smash burger. It
You
doesn't
also
matter.
could.
Either way.
Jump on over there to KISW.com. Follow the links to donate to Smash. I put the link over in the YouTube, the live comment section on our live video. You've got 20 minutes left on that silent auction. Before that gets closed up, I will give you updates on how we are doing here for raising funds for Smash at $550.
Thank you, sir. Is it? I'm sorry, I didn't know you were stopping.
Well, I didn't. I gave you a full out, Miles.
I normally give me a tease.
I do.
I'm just losing my mind.
Yeah, it's
All right,
$550.
we made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve a Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today, well, we chose Smash, a.k.a. the Seattle musicians' access to sustainable health care for doing what they do, right? Providing access to free and low-cost health care for Seattle area musicians. Now, health care, as I'd said before, health care itself is absurdly expensive. Seattle is absurdly expensive. So to do what you guys are doing, you're doing God's work, right?
Yep.
It is just that easy. Now, that's what Seattle Rock Day is all about. So to all of you that are either donating or bidding at the auction, you too as well are part of this toast. Thank you guys very seriously so much for doing that. You are the reason that this happens because you're reaching into your wallet and into your heart to do something cool for something that Seattle is notorious for, which is the rock music scene. And finally, we have to give some love to our KISW rock ambassador, one Mr. Mike McCready. Now, to be fair, you might think, how does Mike McCready, I remember Pearl Jam, have the time to come in here and do this thing? Certainly, he could be writing songs. He could be in the studio. As he put it, he said, hey, man, we're looking for a drummer. So I got time on my hands.
I think he's also doing a rock opera.
Oh, really?
Yes, he is.
Of course he is. Of course you are. Really, Mike? Mm-hmm. You're doing a rock opera. Of course you're doing a rock opera. But either way, man, thank you for coming in today. It was actually... Look, he's a guy that grew up here, so I think for him it was kind of cool to be like, ooh, I'm on KISW, right? In spite of Pearl Jam, and get to do that. But then as I'm sitting in the office listening to it, I'm like... This is cool. I get to work at KISW, and unlike any other station in this country in this moment, Mike frickin' McCready is in the studio doing a show. I cannot explain it. It's a very cool thing, and it's a very cool thing to be a part of. So everyone that donated, everyone that smashed, Mike McCready, sorry you lost your job. We'll talk to Castle, but it's been a really...
The late Kathy Faulner and the fired Mike McCready.
The late Kathy Faulner. Hey, but she came back. She's been here in years. Castle had no problem with her. It's McCready who we kicked out, man. We'll talk to Castle for you. But hey, man, everyone that made this possible, like I said, from Smash to the people making the donations, and also, and probably most importantly, the actual local Seattle musicians, man. We've played with a lot of you. We've actually had that privilege, whether it's the new originals or you guys doing some events that the station has put on. It is always cool to meet these guys. It is certainly cool to play with you guys. And I will say this, I've been playing bass for 41 years now. And every single band I've seen, you are much better than me, man. So keep doing what you do, right? That's why we're here. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy. Yummy. So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bichola.
All right, let's get a contestant on the line now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
From coast to coast, and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, a man misunderstood what it meant to go base jumping and died on his first attempt, but ironically played a fantastic rendition of Meghan Trainor's All About That Bass. But first, scientists have discovered that plants will release a burst of ultrasonic sound that resembles a faint pop or click when they're stressed. Scientists believe that plants actually scream, we just can't hear them.
Damn, Stone. Way to start things out on a happy note. Screaming plants? Come on, man.
Well, you're not alone in feeling that way, my friend. People are rethinking their normal pruning of their plants due to this new revelation.
You mean people don't want screaming plants in the home? Well, I will be a monkey's uncle. I actually am a monkey's uncle. Little Figaro, man.
No, not now, Felix.
What does it sound like?
What does what sound like, Bonnie?
The plant screaming. What does it sound like?
Well, like the study said, it's more of a pop or a click, similar to popping bubble wrap.
How long does it last?
How long does it last?
The screaming.
I think this is getting weird, Playboy.
I believe the screaming only lasts a split second, but it's at such a low level that we can't even...
What if you were to slowly cut off a branch?
I told you, man, this is getting weird.
What are you asking, Bonnie?
If you were to slowly, deliberately cut off a branch, would that draw out the screaming?
I'm not sure.
What if the plant grew in someone's ashes?
Okay, we're at DEFCON 5 of weird, Playboy.
What are you getting at, Bonnie?
Would the soul of the person's ashes be absorbed into the plant, thereby making them the one who's screaming?
I can't say that I know the answer to that, Bonnie.
I do.
Okay. Well, I'm sufficiently creeped out.
Yeah, I'm a little bugged out, Playboy.
Let's just go to break. Hello, everyone. This has been an Inaction News broadcast, a Comedia Dysfunction. Watch all Inaction News videos, new and old, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@inactionnews.
And make sure you like and subscribe, man. And be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media platforms at Inaction News.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhooks, please, everyone on Profile This is played.
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, We'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Isaiah. Welcome to the men's room.
Good afternoon.
Hola. All right, Isaiah, you understand how this here game is played?
Most certainly do.
All right, today you have your choice of one of three categories. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. And finally, today, Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem.
Let's go for the classic interior decorating.
Oh. Your phone donged?
No. He's there. All right, most people don't know this, all right? But whether it's due to pure curiosity, misguided chat GPT advice, or, sex stuff, a shocking number of people end up in the ER every year after putting something in their butt that very much should not be there. But their secret shame, not so secret after all, ladies and gentlemen. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission actually keeps a database of ER visits and what's bringing people in, meaning the government has an extensive list of every time a patient has said, I swear to God, doc, I just fell on it. Well, that said, we have the story of a couple who arrived at the ER because something got stuck in their rectum. Now, one of the things that got trapped in the no-go hole was a pair of tweezers. And the reason that was there is because those are the tweezers they'd used in a failed attempt to extract the original item that got trapped in their backside in the first place. So they tried to take her over to home with tweezers. That popped out of their hands, got stuck up there. So now there are two items trapped in the rectum. The tweezers and what? And I want you to keep in mind, all the following options were in fact stuck in someone's backside in the last year. Was it a dental pick? Jesus, people. A wine stopper, a butt plug, or a vape pen? So dental pick, wine stopper, butt plug, or vape pen. What did they get trapped in their backside and then ended up losing the tweezers in the backside in the attempt to get it out?
What was after wine stopper?
After wine
For
stopper.
a vape pen?
So a dental pick, wine stopper, your standard butt plug.
Okay.
And then a vape pen.
I'm going to have to go with the wine stopper.
The wine stopper.
Wine stopper for Isaiah.
We have learned
Wine
something about
stopper.
Isaiah.
I'm just going to go standard butt plug.
Watermelon kiwi vape.
Oh, wow. I like that you have the flavors.
Wow. Along with the tweezers, what else was up in there? Was it a dental pick, a wine stopper, a butt plug, or a vape pen? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
news and thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Category is interior decorating on profile. That's a couple. They were using some tweezers to try to get something that was jammed up someone's backside out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the tweezers got stuck up there too. So
That
there were
is correct.
two objects, the tweezers and something else. So what was the other thing? A dental pick, a wine stopper, a butt plug, or a vape pen?
And Isaiah, that's the question we posed to you. I'm just reading some comments on YouTube. A couple of people who went vape pen. All right. Then someone says, I just don't see somebody pulling a wine stopper out with tweezers. But then again, that's why they're both stuck there now. Someone else says the tweezers is why I'm leaning vape pen more than the other thing. It seems small enough for tweezers. I'm glad that people give it that much thought. So now we get to reveal the answer. Now, V. Ted Smith, you went vape pen like most people on YouTube?
Yeah.
It was not a vape pen. Let that be a lesson to our YouTube viewers. Do not use tweezers to extract a vape pen from your backside. These people have proven it does not work.
And don't put vape pens up there to begin with.
That's actually better advice from V. Ted Smith. That is why you're the radio personality in Seattle.
The best.
The best.
The best.
Because that is the best advice in this situation.
We start with fundamentals.
Right. I missed that. I'm already trying to be too big. Isaiah, you went with the wine stopper. It was not a wine stopper. And don't feel bad, because also it wasn't a wine stopper. Miles, you went old school, just an old-fashioned butt plug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the thing was,
it was me.
They put the butt plug in, but the butt plug itself broke inside. So they used the tweezers to try to extract the now two separate pieces. And as we said, the tweezers got lost in there. So to be honest with you, if I had to go to the doctor with any one of those four, I'd be most comfortable with butt plug.
Right,
because
exactly.
that's what it's designed for.
You needed the needle
Correct.
nose pliers.
Yeah.
That's what you needed. Come on, people. Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with T.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got the Jimmys.
Fallon and Kimmel.
Colbert.
Steven.
Seth Meyers. Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
And it's right through the tunnel. These guys have teams of talents, writers, help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom? Or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Mother's Day is this Sunday. It's the day we celebrate all moms, grandmas, and yes, even stepmoms. She's nice. She makes dad happy. And hey, she was in your chemistry class.
Wow.
Colbert.
Fallon?
Colbert.
Folks, Mother's Day is this Sunday. It's the day we celebrate all moms, grandmas, and yes, even stepmoms. She's nice, she makes dad happy, and hey, she was in your chemistry class.
I know. That one's had me rolling all day. The Met Gala was held on Monday night, and it's a glitzy event where stars from all walks of life dress up and show off fashion. And because it's the Met, they still lost.
Ooh. I'll say Seth Smith.
Smith?
Yes. That's a good one.
All right, yeah. I figured I was trying to get you to go Seth because he hates the, well, he makes fun of the Mets.
Yeah.
A man in England was recently pulled a car with his penis more than 31 feet while on fire. Let that be a lesson, everybody. Always renew your AAA membership.
Colbert.
Fallon?
Seth.
A man in England recently pulled a car with his penis more than 131 feet while on fire. Let that be a lesson to everybody. Always renew your AAA membership.
For the first time, the FDA authorized fruit-flavored vapes for adults. This is fantastic news for your sister's boyfriend. The newly approved flavors will include mango, menthol, and blueberry. This is going to lead to some awkward checkups eventually. Mr. Johnson, we have the tumor biopsy, and I'm afraid it's, all berries.
Colbert.
It's Colbert.
For the first time, the FDA authorized fruit-flavored vapes for adults. This is fantastic news for your sister's boyfriend. The newly approved flavors include menthol, mango, and blueberry. That's going to lead to some awkward checkups eventually. Mr. Johnson, we had the tumor biopsied. I'm afraid it's all berries.
Obviously, today we're trying to raise money for Smash.
Yes.
Right, supporting local musicians. And also with local musicians, keep in mind that Seattle is a massively recognized music city across the world.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Also, still plenty of time to donate. Anything helps, right? I think the auction might be closed by now, but you could still go donate some money. So going with musicians all over, and we know, right? We interview some of them, and they're always like, man, I've been dying to go to Seattle. So I have a list of some videos that have been filmed in Seattle.
All right.
Obviously, I shouldn't say obviously. Most people would know Hunger Strike was filmed Discovery Park and the West Point Lighthouse.
Yeah.
All right. We talked about...
but we only know that because we live here. I think if I lived in Oklahoma City, no idea, dude.
Yeah.
You would assume everything's an LA production, right?
I hope Oklahoma City doesn't know that knowledge.
I hope they do. You got our team. How about that, bitch?
We were talking about Eddie Vedder jumping around on stuff. Kind of famous for the Alive video. My bad. For the Even Flow video that was filmed at the Moore Theater in Seattle.
By the way, have you noticed that everyone that seems comfortable with Eddie Vedder, right? He's known as Eddie Vedder, but we talked to the late Kathy Faulner a little bit earlier. She calls him Ed. Almost everyone that we have spoken to that knows him, as a human being, it's not Eddie. Yeah. Everyone calls him Ed.
At that old bar where he was sitting near me and I didn't realize who he was. Same thing. They were like, I was like, oh, Ed. I never put it together. Mm-hmm. Said it once to my friends from back east, and they were like, oh, look at the big radio guy from Seattle. Call him Ed. I was like, that's just what local
everybody
calls
him.
Right? Let's see. But this one kind of caught me off guard. Ed Sheeran.
Huh. What video? What for what song?
The Shape of You.
That's
massive
a big
song.
one, yeah.
Yeah. It was shot in Georgetown and South Seattle neighborhoods.
I would not have known that.
Right?
By the way, did you know that Eddie Vedder has a brother named Darth?
Oh, doggone it.
Sorry.
Darth Vedder?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Ted. Damn, man.
He's not a Star Wars guy.
Come on, it was just Monday, man.
Oh, still.
Come on.
Do we got an update? Yeah? Nay? All right.
No,
maybe.
maybe
Okay, let's see. Obviously, you would know, President's United States, Lump was filmed on Elliott Bay.
Okay.
But that makes sense, right? I don't know if they count, but they definitely...
Well, that's where she is. That's where she is at Elliott Bay.
That was on...
The girl who's Lump. She's Lump.
She's Lump.
Oh, she's
Lump.
from Elliott Bay.
She's Lump. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh? All right.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah. I'm a massive fan, as you could tell. Stone Temple Pilots, Plushed was filmed at the Little Red Hen.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think Scott Weiland knew that?
What's that?
No. Nope. He didn't know what time.
When did we do that video, man? I've actually been to Little Red Hen a couple. Who do we have in there? Was he a fiddle player or something like that?
Yes, and I believe he is still the fiddle player for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Is that what it was? Because we interviewed this guy. He was awesome. I didn't know much about him, but he's like, dude, I'm going to be at the Little Red Hen in Green Lake. You should come by. Went out there and had an awesome time with that dude.
Yeah, Little Red Hen's a great bar.
Yeah.
And I want to say...
Is it still there? Because they were maybe going to close down based on some stuff with the landlord or whatever it was.
I think it is still there,
okay,
but they're still in litigation.
Okay, but it's still there. All right.
Correct. That's one of those things I don't know either. I just know once it gets to court, it's like, well, this and that.
Right.
Yeah. But great local bar.
It really is.
And you can go in there almost any day of the week. There's line dancing. I know a girl that's in there all the time. I'm like, one day I'm going to learn to country line dance too.
When you could bring that ukulele up.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll learn Rocky Top. I'm going to have to dance a little bit and sing while I'm doing it.
Let us know when you do.
Problem is, I need to make sure I can play it confidently before I let anybody know I can actually play it.
You just need to know you can. Confidence happens when you're done.
Macklemore has shot some videos here. We know we played earlier Posse on Broadway, Sir Mix-a-Lot. So those are all pretty famous.
Had to be on Broadway.
Yeah. But he tried to get to film at Dick's.
Oh, did he? Oh, they said no.
They would not let him. But then later on in life, Dick's realized the error of their ways and let Macklemore do it.
Correct. I want to say the one on Capitol Hills. I think I was still living up there. And they was like, what is going on up on Broadway?
But it's got to be tough. If you're running Dick's, I don't know who this guy is. Yeah, he's got a camera crew. So does everybody. I'm not shutting down my restaurant for you to do this. And then 6 months later, oh, this is a really big time dude. If you knew then what you know now, you absolutely would have done it.
Yeah, and I mean, look, we're talking about a lot of local stuff today.
Yeah.
So my brother and I, right, years ago, we just said we don't need to send each other Christmas and birthday gifts.
Of course.
And then one year, Dick's, you could mail like frozen Dick's burgers to somebody. And I was like, I got you a gift. He's like, yeah. I said, trust me. Like 2 days or whenever he opened it up, he's like, this is unbelievable. Because every time people come visit, right? Like you got to take them to Dick's Burgers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All that good stuff. Harvey Dangerfield video here. So
makes sense.
Yeah. Different people. And just good to know that, besides the local scene, people love coming here and it's a musical city.
It definitely is.
Yeah. Now, I would say, as a Seahawks fan, it's amazing. We won the Super Bowl last year, and we're still getting hated on.
No kidding.
Oh,
we get too much grief out here, dude.
Who's hating on them?
They're down in San Francisco.
Well, of course.
And the national media. It's just like, well, that 2-point conversion, the Rams sort of won the division, but they didn't.
Right? You can go through any game and say, if I'd done this differently, I would have won. What do you know? How are you in sports media and you don't understand the most basic part of sports? Yes, if things had played out differently, you would have a different outcome. That's not how it played out. Don't be stupid.
No, man. The Seahawks are taking 4th in the division this year. Cardinals are taking the division this year.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys are going all the way, right? Yeah. We hear it every year. You guys are real good at your job. Stick with it.
And also, it's hard to like rage bait people in Seattle once we get to summer.
Yeah, no kidding. We don't care.
We got the best summer in the country. We'll have Seafair rolling. Like, yeah, whatever. Pick the Niners. Who gives a crap?
Yeah. We'll prove you wrong every time. Happily.
We were talking a little bit earlier about Grey's Anatomy. Some of the longest running scripted shows, not including soap operas. Not Grey's Anatomy, but not including soap operas. So it was like General Hospital's on here. But what was I going to say? Sesame Street was 4th. Saturday Night Live is in there at 7th place.
Yep. 60 Minutes.
60 Minutes is in there.
We got Law and Order or NCIS. Either
South Park.
Oh, God, right. Yeah.
They're still rolling, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, you
Simpsons,
forget.
for sure.
South Park started when I was in high school.
Yeah, I want to say it started in 99, was it? Something like that?
Hang on.
Had to be like 98 or 99. Because when I got that, man, I'm going to sound old. When I got that CD and the song Chocolate Salty Balls was on there, like I was pumped.
Isaac Hayes.
Yeah, I was pumped that my parents actually let me have it.
Place your bets. The first episode of South Park aired on August 13th.
If you're talking about 2002.
2002. Ted Smith.
Did you say 07?
97? 97, yeah.
All right, I'll take 98.
Steve, you called it. August 13th, 1997 was the first episode of South Park.
29 years.
That's insanity.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah, they ran, let's see, last year was season 28.
Wow.
God.
All right, well, listen. Auction's over. You still have plenty of time. Like Mike was saying earlier, it can't be easier. I've done it 3 times a day. Go to KISW.com. It's right there on the front page. Get to the Smash page, and then there'll be a button right there.
Donate the cash.
Yeah, just donate. You like going to local shows. You like local musicians. Well, this is how we can help them out to keep going to shows.
Yeah. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
Hey,
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, a man misunderstood what it meant to go base jumping and died on his first attempt. But ironically, played a fantastic rendition of Meghan Trainor's All About That Bass. But first, scientists have discovered that plants will release a burst of ultrasonic sound that resembles a faint pop or click when they're stressed. Scientists believe that plants actually scream, we just can't hear them.
Damn, Stone. Way to start things out on a happy note. Screaming plants? Come on, man.
Well, you're not alone in feeling that way, my friend. People are rethinking their normal pruning of their plants due to this new revelation.
You mean people don't want screaming plants in the home? Well, I will be a monkey's uncle. I actually am a monkey's uncle. Little Figaro, man.
No, not now, Felix.
What does it sound like?
What does what sound like, Bonnie?
The plant screaming. What does it sound like?
Well, like the study said, it's more of a pop or a click, similar to popping bubble wrap.
How long does it last?
How long does it last?
The screaming.
I think this is getting weird, Playboy.
I believe the screaming only lasts a split second, but it's at such a low level that we can't even...
What if you were to slowly cut off a branch?
I told you, man, this is getting weird.
What are you asking, Bonnie?
If you were to slowly, deliberately cut off a branch, would that draw out the screaming?
I'm not sure.
What if the plant grew in someone's ashes?
Okay, we're at DEFCON 5 of weird, Playboy.
What are you getting at, Bonnie?
Would the soul of the person's ashes be absorbed into the plant, thereby making them the one who's screaming?
I can't say that I know the answer to that, Bonnie.
I do.
Okay. Well, I'm sufficiently creeped out.
Yeah, I'm a little bugged out, Playboy.
Let's just go to break. Hello, everyone. This has been an Inaction News broadcast, a comedian dysfunction. Watch all Inaction News videos, new and old, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@inactionnews.
And make sure you like and subscribe, man. And be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media platforms at Inaction News.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Did you know that every 30 seconds someone in the United States is diagnosed with cancer?
Every 30 seconds, man?
Yes, that is correct, and that's why we want to remind everyone to routinely get screened for cancer with your doctors.
How many different types of cancer are there?
Well, there are over 200 types of cancer, categorized by where they start and the cell type.
200?
That is correct, and they are broken into 5 main categories. Carcinoma, which is your skin lining, sarcoma, which is your connective tissue, leukemia, which is in your blood, lymphoma, which is your immune system, and myeloma, which is your plasma cells. These are further divided into hundreds of specific cancers like breast, lung, prostate, and rare childhood cancers, making each disease unique in its biology and treatment.
And every 30 seconds, this one poor person is diagnosed with a different cancer. Hey, my heart goes out to the man. That is no way to live.
Felix, it is not the same person getting a new cancer diagnosis every 30 seconds.
But that's what you said. Every 30 seconds, someone in the United States is diagnosed with cancer. I do not know who that someone is, but that is truly tragic.
Cheese and rice, Felix. Different people are diagnosed with cancer every 30 seconds. Not the same person. It's not one person repeatedly being told they have cancer.
What if they're hard of hearing?
What?
Exactly. What if they're hard of hearing? Then you might have to repeatedly tell the same person that they have cancer.
I cannot with you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please get screened for cancer and be sure to follow us on all social media pages at Inaction News on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
All day we're celebrating Seattle music and supporting the people who make it. Hi, I'm Seattle Rock Day Ambassador Mike McCready from Pearl Jam. Bid on auction items now with 100% of the proceeds supporting Smash, like a guitar signed by all of us in Pearl Jam, memorabilia, and more at KISW.com.
The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, it's time to hit the head. Lines. Here's Mike Hawk.
Yay. That's the one I meant to hit. I can produce a board. Here we go. Okay.
Need help, dude?
Yeah, you know what? I might need you to tag me in there, Ted. So in spite of what Mike McCready said, that's why he got fired, because the auction's closed. You can't bid on anything on the auction anymore because the auction's closed. Doggone it, man.
They fired him after 1 hour.
We give the guy one task.
1 hour, and it's like, dude, you're out.
But what you can do is you can head to KISW.com, follow those links to Seattle Rock Day, over to the Smash donation page, and make your donations now. If you were waiting for a time as far as to donate on our show, give us all the credit, because we're credit hogs over here. We prefer the
credit whores. Just say whores.
Ted is.
Why'd you switch it to hogs? Just say whores.
Well, because this is a family program.
Rock and Sock gave him love this morning on their morning show.
They did.
Jeez,
I know.
Lord.
It's just it's too much.
Surprised he didn't come in with a gold chain. Oh, wait, he did.
Shout out to Phil for moving the door so my head could fit through it.
There you go. There you go.
Did I stretch out your headphones?
They do fit a little bit better. Let's see here. A couple donations that were made. We got Cody, who made a $25 donation. Thank you very much, Cody. Again, a $20 donation helps cover a hearing screening for a musician. We also had a donation of $99.99 from one Sergeant Hair Club.
All right. Very nice.
No, wait. Don't be, bro, you couldn't spare a penny. You couldn't just do a clean $100. I think
$99.
No, I've seen his house. I know what he drives. Bro, I know you got the money. You can't give up one more penny. You know what?
You're right. You know what?
I'm disappointed.
Sergeant Hair Club's donation does not help cover the cost for custom-fitted earplugs. He fell
close.
1 penny shy.
I'm going to throw in the penny. I'm throwing the penny.
You're going to throw in the penny?
I'm throwing a penny in.
Kiss ass.
Yell at me for wearing a diaper on there, but you can't throw in 1 penny.
He's got children to feed,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's hard times.
His granddaughter, yeah.
Let's go over some winners of the auction items as far as what I've got going on here. Let's see. The Ice Nine Kills signed guitar. An anonymous buyer of $1,120 for that bad boy.
Nice.
Second place guitar, Wolfgang Van Halen signed guitar. Another anonymous winner, $3,220.
Damn, that's a great deal.
Okay.
Well done there, Wolfgang. And then, by far, the best-selling guitar. It's a piece of history at this point. The Pearl Jam signed guitar. Congratulations, Chuck, who bought that for $15,190.
Holy crap.
That's an awesome thing. That guitar.
It is.
Dude.
And Mike McCready's going to need that because, again, he was fired by Ryan Castle after only 1 hour on these airwaves.
Because he said, go bid on stuff at the auction. As far as your experience packages, the recording session. Congratulations to Andy, who bought that for $440.
Dude, I think you got the best deal out there.
I'm stoked for you, man. I hope that comes out as good as you possibly can. I hope we get to see you in the future with that one. That's awesome. Miles, Thrill, I know you guys were fighting hard for the custom Little Woody's burger.
Man,
to a point.
Look, that's my favorite. That's my favorite item.
Taryn Daly was out there putting in the fight. Ryan Castle was in there putting in the fight. But in the end, Taryn Daly, what? No, she didn't. Mark won it with a $630 bid.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Right.
Congratulations.
Hey, Mark, if you're listening, let us know what that burger creation is going to be when you figure it out.
Absolutely, let us know.
So we can tell people to go there and get it.
Right. Shoot us an email. We want to know everything about this burger.
But don't include lettuce or tomato or pickles.
And then by far...
Mark, you bought it. You put what you want on it.
Unless it's lettuce, tomato, or pickles.
By far the best experience is the Men's Room Black Raven beer tasting here in the KISW studios. Congratulations to that idiot Jess who spent $2,300.
Wow! I think it was
to drink with us.
Was it Jen?
Jen. I said Jess. Jen S. Jen S.
Yeah. So it was Jen S versus what was the other Jen?
Jen S versus Jen C, I believe.
It was a Jen battle going down.
It was a Jen fight. She beat Jen C by $10.
But Gin and Tonic wins.
But Gin and Tonic wins.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time.
Some more concert or auction items here. The concert ticket package. Congratulations to Jesse, who bought it for $510. All going to Smash. Enjoy those shows. That's still a steal.
That is absolutely a steal.
The signed poster for Unwrapped, an acoustic holiday, an anonymous bidder won that one for $360 to wrap up
our auction for Smash.
Congratulations to all those winning bidders. Refreshing this one time, see if there's any other donations over there on the donation page for Smash. Let's see here. Just a quick little rundown here as we're winding the show down. A $250 donation is going to move one musician off of Smash's 28-person emergency dental wait list. 28 people are sitting on there. $250 wipes them off of it, gets them taken care of. A $200 donation helps cover a porcelain crown for a musician on Smash's emergency dental list. $100 helps cover the cost for custom-fitted earplugs. It's the price of a tank of gas. It helps cover the cost for custom-fitted earplugs, unless you're Sergeant Air Club, in which case we'll throw them the penny.
It almost doesn't.
A $50 donation helps cover the cost for 2 dental exams and standard cleanings. And a $20 donation, a simple $20, helps cover a hearing screening for a musician. And now, let's see here.
I'm going to be fired when we come back.
Let's do it.
For one penny, I'm going to lose my job.
What do we got?
We got the update from Bob. Can I get a drum roll, please? You all, each and every one of you heroes out there, has raised an amazing $30,699. All that going to Smash.
Crowd goes wild.
Well done, everybody. Congratulations to you. $25,000 worth of wonderful donations. That's $25,000 in donations alone on that one. It is incredible what you all have accomplished.
You guys are awesome, man.
You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you all so very, very much. And with that, Mike Hawk is out.
Keep sending those donations with lovely Jolene coming up. I believe a Mother's Day Bad Choice Friday tomorrow.
Yes.
And Ted versus the FCC.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. Again, on behalf of Smash, Mike McCready, ourselves, thank you guys so much for what you did. In the meantime, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.